The Empress' strategic union with a handyman. 2 days later, Ning Luo Wuqing watched the disciples array themselves. Ning Tian asked, "Honey, is something happening?" Luo Wuqing replied, "Yes, they're coming." Ning Tian barked, "Gentlemen, don your iron armor, take your spears, prepare for battle." The disciples answered in unison, "Yes." Zhu Yuanbao suddenly rushed forward, panting. "Grandmaster, hold on, it's up." Luo Wuqing frowned. "That sound is—" Ning Tian peered and then recognized him. "Zhu Yuanbao?" A voice from the Supreme God Kingdom called out, "Heavenly Mystery Holy Lord, Lingzhao Sect, Dabei Palace and the Supreme God Kingdom. What brings you here?" The Supreme God Kingdom answered, "The Righteous Alliance is acting recklessly. We have always been on good terms with the Heavenly Demon Sect, so they will not let us off the hook." Ning Tian warned, "Aren't you afraid of death? This time the Righteous Alliance is backed by the Void God Palace of the Heavenly Dome Domain." Another leader gasped, "The Heavenly Dome Domain?" A nearby man wiped sweat from his brow. "The Righteous Alliance is shameless. They actually invited forces from outside the realm." A sultry elder said, "Only by uniting against a common mighty enemy can we break this deadlock." Her companion agreed, "That is right. If we stick together, there might still be a glimmer of hope." "And we still have our Grandmaster," someone shouted. "That is right," an elder answered. "Submitting to the Righteous Alliance is not as wise as believing in the Grandmaster. What if a miracle happens?" a mustachioed elder added. Yes, at worst we will die together," came the rallying cry. Ning Tian said firmly, "Since you trust me, I will do everything in my power to give you a miracle. Life or death, we will decide in this battle," Luo Wuqing declared. "Coming!" the ranks called as they turned toward the approaching forces. The Grand Elder shouted, "Everyone on alert!" Zheng Tian sneered, "Luo Wuqing, I never imagined that even today there would be people willing to collude with your Heavenly Demon Sect." A disciple grimaced, "Ugh!" The Grand Elder barked, 11 great Emperor-level experts have actually come. The Righteous Alliance has really gone all out this time." Luo Wuqing shot back, "Zheng Tian, since your Righteous Path Alliance is no match for the Heavenly Demon Sect, are you going to become a lackey of foreign forces?" Zheng Tian spat, "Those who use clever words and flattering expressions are evil and heretical. Everyone has the right to kill them. All disciples of the Righteous Path Alliance, heed my command. Destroy the heavenly demon. Uphold the might of our righteous path," he roared. The enemies charged, screaming, "Ah! Ah!" Ning Tian murmured to himself, "System, use the one-shot card." The system responded, "Using the one-shot boost card. Used successfully." A disciple blinked in disbelief. I have reached the Saint Emperor." "Me too," another cried. "Me too," a weaker man echoed. "Let's fight them," his comrade shouted. One disciple sneered, "Those who offend my heavenly demon will be punished." They surged forward to meet the incoming attackers. Zheng Tian wiped his forehead in confusion. "Are they all at the peak of the Saint Emperor realm?" He raised his palm and thundered, "No matter what tricks you use, you will all perish under my rule." Luo Wuqing leveled her gaze and said coldly, "Zheng Tian, no matter how things end today, you will never leave the Heavenly Demon Sect alive." Xu Shen muttered, "You truly deserve to be called the strongest Empress of the Heavenly Spirit Realm. You are absolutely stunning. If you submit to me, I might spare your life," he offered. Luo Wuqing answered with quiet fury, "You do not deserve it." In the blink of an eye, Xu Shen disarmed her with a flick of his hand. Luo Wuqing's eyes widened. "You have reached that level?" Xu Shen sneered, As long as I have the path to godhood, I can become a god on the spot." Luo Wuqing's aura flared into golden light. "Do you think you are the only demigod?" she thundered. Xu Shen paled. You, how could that be? You too? It seems I cannot keep you here," he breathed, sweat beading on his forehead. Suddenly, multiple enemies surged toward Luo Wuqing. An instant later, a massive explosion ripped through the field. Luo Wuqing fell from the sky. "Ning Tian!" someone cried. Ning Tian leapt and caught her as she tumbled, cradling her lithe form. "Wife, are you okay?" he asked, breathless. Luo Wuqing blinked up at him. "Husband, you must take your men and leave quickly. These people are hostile, and I fear I will find it difficult to protect everyone." Other elders arrived and called, "Don't worry. Leave it to us." Ning Tian set Luo Wuqing gently on the ground, then sprang back into the fray. Xu Shen snarled, "The Grandmaster of the Heavenly Demon Sect? Today I will avenge Shengshu." A golden light descended over the battlefield. Luo Wuqing's voice rang like thunder. "Husband!" She raised her chin, eyes blazing with lethal intent. "Manga Shushan, I, this Empress, swear, if my husband suffers even the slightest harm, even if my soul is scattered, today you will all surely die." Her glare reeked of killing intent, and the air around her seemed to crack with the promise of blood. Zhang Tian shouted, and pointed at Ning Tian, saying, "Ha ha ha! Stop dreaming. With dozens of great emperor-level experts joining forces, he is doomed." As they ganged up on Ning Tian, Luo Wuqing cried out, "Husband!" Ning Tian suddenly slashed with a golden aura at the incoming enemies, leaping away with a smirk. "Is that all you have got?" he said. Shu Shan exclaimed, "We teamed up and this kid was completely unharmed?" His companion gasped, "Impossible, absolutely impossible." Ning Tian muttered to himself, Invincible facial defense is no joke." Then, the system echoed within his mind. "You have shocked the great emperor of heaven. You have shocked the great emperor of the void gods. You have shocked the lord of the divine kingdom. You have shocked the great ancestor of heavenly sorrow. You have shocked. Reward granted, God and demon annihilation card." Sweating, Ning Tian said to himself, "Use the God and demon annihilation card." Using the God and demon annihilation card, used successfully. At once, golden and dark energy surged around him like twin storms. Luo Wuqing gasped, Is this the true power of the Grand Master? Has he broken through to the God realm?" Zhu Yunbao shook his head and said, "No, it is impossible to reach the God realm without walking the ancient path to godhood. This rule has existed since the ancient times of the heavenly mysterious continent." Luo Wuqing murmured, "The power of the heavenly God body, and the demonic energy from the floating demon tower. God and demon in one body?" Ning Tian's eyes flared with divine light. Red sky sword, sword martial arts, tear the heavens apart. As flames erupted from his blade, he struck the enemies in a sweeping arc. Shu Shen sneered, "All talk, no substance. Void gods quake." Their attacks collided in midair. Shu Shen gritted his teeth and shouted, "I am a demigod, a powerful being, yet I was defeated by a mere blonde brat." Ning Tian smirked coldly. "It is not over yet." He drew forth the demon Futu tower and hurled it toward Zhang Tian and Shu Shen. Shu Shen raised a divine barrier, but the others were struck down instantly, dropping like flies. A beautiful cultivator screamed, "The Void God Emperor! Help! Help me!" As dark energy struck her from behind. All around, the cultivator's life essence burst from their bodies. They cried out as tears and snot streamed down their faces. "The fusion of God and demon has reached its strongest form." Zhang Tian's voice trembled. "Shu Shen Emperor, what shall we do? This kid is too wicked." Ning Tian said calmly, "The Emperor's blood is indeed extraordinary." Shu Shen glared at him. "Are you human or demon?" Ning Tian chuckled darkly. "Yeah, I am the heavens." He thrust out his palm. Extreme, cold, shattering palm. A colossal golden hand surged forth, radiating freezing light. Shu Shen's eyes widened. He grabbed Zhang Tian and said, "Better a friend dies than I do. Brother Zhang Tian, I am so sorry." "Shu Shen!" Zhang Tian screamed as he was hurled toward Ning Tian's devastating attack. The golden palm struck, and Zhang Tian's body shattered amidst the light. "You Shu Shen, you shall not die a good death." Zhang Tian's final curse echoed. Shu Shen fled, shouting, "I will avenge you." Ning Tian grinned wickedly. "Want to run?" He threw his golden sword forward. "Go!" Shu Shen panicked. "Darn it! Will you not leave me alone?" He formed seals with trembling hands. "My essence and blood are ashamed before the wood. My soul returns to its source. Soul annihilated. Protect my life." The sword barely missed him, grazing past as he escaped into the void. Breathing heavily, Shu Shen muttered, "The heavenly demon grandmaster truly defies the heavens. In my lifetime, I will never again set foot in the heavenly spirit realm." Ning Tian frowned. Unfortunately, he escaped. An ugly man cheered, "We won! We won!" His companion shouted, as expected of the grandmaster, "Long live the grandmaster!" The surviving enemies fell to their knees. "Master, no, please do not kill us. We are willing to submit." "Yes," another cried. "We are willing to be the dogs of the heavenly demons sect." Ning Tian looked down at them coldly. "The victor is king, the loser is villain. If our heavenly demon sect had been defeated today, those who died would have been our disciples. All of you, die." He unleashed his fury once more, cutting them down without mercy. From this day forward, he declared, the heavenly demon sect will rule the heavenly spirit realm. His voice echoed across the shattered battlefield as he repeated, From this day forward, the heavenly demon sect will rule the heavenly spirit realm. I will make the heavenly spirit realm surpass the 9 realms in every way, even in intelligence. Zhu Yunbao whispered. Was the Grandmaster not a bit too radical? Luo Wuqing's expression darkened. This is bad. If this continues, Ningtian might have his mind devoured by demonic energy. Ningtian shouted in agony, his voice cracking as his entire body trembled. Princess Yuling stepped forward with alarm in her eyes. What happened to the Grandmaster? The Grand Elder bowed and said, Your Majesty, the Grandmaster sensed something amiss. Could it be that he is about to break through again? A mechanical tone echoed through the air. You have astonished everyone. Reward, God-Demon Conversion Card, capable of absorbing a portion of divine and demonic power and converting it into your own strength. Ningtian screamed once more before the Futu Demon Tower suddenly rose into the air, swirling with dark energy. A violent surge of demonic power burst outward, and Ningtian's body went limp as consciousness left him. Ningtian, Luo Wuqing shouted as she launched herself into the sky. She caught him before he hit the ground, cradling him against her soft, warm chest. With a graceful descent, she landed and lowered him gently, though her heart was pounding in panic. Princess Yueling asked quickly, Empress, is the Grandmaster injured? No problem, Luo Wuqing said, though worry lingered beneath her calm tone. Facing the Grand Elder, she commanded, The Grandmaster has merely expended too much energy. Supreme Elder, you will handle the aftermath. Any sect refusing to submit to the Heavenly Demon Sect shall be punished without mercy. As for our guests, allow them to return and settle themselves. Yes, the Supreme Elder replied. Luo Wuqing carried Ningtian in her arms and leapt away toward Yaoqi Holy Land. A short while later, at the sacred Yaoqi Pond, Luo Wuqing lowered Ningtian into the healing waters. What is this demonic energy? Her soft hands pressed against his firm chest, feeling the violent fluctuations beneath his skin. Even the Emperor's supreme aura could not dispel it, she murmured. He survived, but barely. Golden spiritual light flowed from her palms into him. When she felt it achieve nothing, she stepped back, troubled. I must find another method. Within the Futu Demon Tower, Ningtian opened his eyes to the familiar emptiness of the tower. So, this is it? The system replied, Host, this is the first level of the floating demon tower. Here, you will use the God-Demon Conversion Card to dispel the demonic energy in your body. The demonic energy will become your own strength. So that is why the tower suppressed me. When I held both divine and demonic power, it considered me a threat. No wonder everything feels different from before. How long until I can leave? Once most God-Demon Conversion Cards are consumed, you may depart. That is fine, a perfect chance to grow stronger. Using God-Demon Conversion Card. Usage successful. Demonic shadows swarmed around him. So this is conversion. Then I shall cut you all down. He charged into battle, sword flashing like cold starlight. Outside, in the Heavenly Demon Sect. Your Majesty, the Supreme Elder reported, most factions in the Heavenly Spirit Realm have already submitted. Only a few minor forces still spread rumors claiming the founder is gravely wounded. In that case, Luo Wuqing said, rising to her feet, take men with you and erase them. No one will defile the Heavenly Demon Sect's name. A sudden burst of sacred aura descended. The Queen Mother of the West appeared, landing with divine grace, her ample chest bouncing with the shockwave. The reputation of the Heavenly Demon Sect Empress has spread everywhere recently. Luo Wuqing stood up quickly, her own generous figure reacting with equal enthusiasm. You are finally out? Yes, the Queen Mother said. Several months have passed. I hurried here the moment the Yaoqi Mountain Closure Formation opened. Where is the Grandmaster? Luo Wuqing lowered her gaze. Ningtian, come with me, I will explain. At the pond. So he fell into a coma after the battle, the Queen Mother asked. That is correct, Luo Wuqing said. I tried every method, yet the demonic energy refuses to leave his body. Demonic energy? At first, strange demonic totems covered him from head to toe. They have been fading slowly, leaving these remaining marks. I believe this means he is recovering. So he will awaken once every dark marking disappears, the Queen Mother asked as she gently brushed her hand along Ningtian's chest. Perhaps. His life is not in danger, she whispered, her fingers sliding downward, but he remains unconscious. Meaning, does that mean I can do whatever I wish with the Grandmaster? Luo Wuqing instantly slapped her hand away. Do not even think about it. So petty, the Queen Mother muttered. She sighed. The Grandmaster must be struggling against the demonic energy internally. He cannot dispel it quickly. We must help him. I have tried everything. Spiritual energy, medicine, nothing works. You are using the wrong method. The Queen Mother leaned close and whispered. Luo Wuqing's eyes widened. Color massage? That is absurd. Water splashed softly around them. This is a sacred healing technique from the Holy Yaoqi, the Queen Mother said with a teasing wink. Is it truly necessary? Luo Wuqing asked, flustered. For the Grandmaster's sake, I would never deceive you. The Queen Mother slipped off her wet robe, revealing smooth, fair shoulders glistening with water. Luo Wuqing lifted Ningtian, helping him sit upright while placing her slender legs over his shoulders to stabilize him. The Queen Mother pressed her hand gently against his chest, golden light blooming between her fingers. Inside the Futu Demon Tower, Ningtian unleashed his skill. Wind and thunder god palm, demons were blasted away, crying out in pain, Ha! Ha! A few moments later, Ningtian exhaled and said, Phew, finally finished. The system responded. Congratulations, host, on completing the transformation from god to demon. Absorbing the energy of this transformation is now in progress. Absorbing at 100 times rate. A surge of power coursed through Ningtian's body as another notification appeared. The host has broken through to the 9th star of the heavenly venerable realm. Sword Dao has broken through to the pinnacle. Fist Dao has broken through to the pinnacle. Wind and Thunder Dao has broken through to the pinnacle. Palm Dao has broken through to the pinnacle. Void Dao has broken through to perfection. I have made breakthroughs in several Dao comprehensions, Ningtian murmured, astonished. Some are even near the saint level. And now, I am only half a step away from the God Emperor realm. The system followed with another notice. Host, a friendly reminder, there is still a trace of God or demonic totem on your body. We recommend removing it. God and demon totems? Ningtian muttered. Confusion furrowed his brow. What impact will this have? The impact is significant. The host should handle it promptly. As for the method, the host will need to find it themselves. Is it very harmful? Ningtian sighed. Never mind. I will think about it later. My wife must be worried about me. I should go out first. A few moments later, at the pond, the Queen Mother of the West pressed Ningtian's face into her large, soft chest while Luo Wuqing gently massaged his thighs under the water. Luo Wuqing blushed and whispered, This Queen Mother of the West method, it has been so long. Is it really working? Do not worry, the Queen Mother said cheerfully. It will definitely work. She continued smothering Ningtian's face affectionately. Luo Wuqing frowned and asked, Are you sure you will not suffocate him like this? Buried between the Queen Mother's softness, Ningtian silently panicked. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. I cannot breathe. Someone is trying to murder me. Suddenly, he bit the Queen Mother's soft bow bun. She gasped in shock. He seems to be waking up, Luo Wuqing exclaimed. The Queen Mother only held him closer, letting Ningtian bite even more. Moments later, Ningtian burst awake, gasping for air. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. He blinked around in confusion. What are you doing? Luo Wuqing looked away quickly. No, nothing. The Queen Mother slid close, touching his firm chest. Grandmaster, can you not tell? We are giving you a massage. Ningtian blushed and glanced at Luo Wuqing. Massage? Luo Wuqing stared off into the distance. Because you were slow to awaken, the Queen Mother of the West recommended this technique. Let us give it a jolt, the Queen Mother added confidently. She smiled. I think the results are quite good. Did you not like it, Grandmaster? Of course I like it, Ningtian said warmly. You have both worked so hard. I truly must show my appreciation. 2 hours later, Luo Wuqing and the Queen Mother happily attended to Ningtian in the pond. Husband, what is this? Luo Wuqing asked. Sweat trickled down Ningtian's chest, and a demonic mark appeared near his navel like a strange tattoo. It is probably residual demonic energy, Ningtian said. Demonic energy? The Queen Mother echoed. She poked and played with the mark. Hiss! Ningtian reacted instantly like a startled cat. Husband, what is wrong? Luo Wuqing cried. I did not use any force, the Queen Mother said nervously. It is all right, Ningtian said breathlessly. You, my 2 wives, can rub it with your little hands and it will be fine. Luo Wuqing regained her seriousness. Since it is affecting his health, we must deal with it as soon as possible. I will return to Yaoqi and consult ancient books, the Queen Mother declared. There may be records of this phenomenon. Ningtian laughed awkwardly. Why are you laughing? Luo Wuqing asked suspiciously. I am simply grateful to have two such wonderful wives, Ning Tian said honestly. What more could a husband ask for? A few moments later, inside the hall, my two wives, Ning Tian asked, what do you want me to do here? The Queen Mother of the West replied, Grandmaster, after consulting materials and ancient texts these past few days, I have finally found a solution. Any solution? Ning Tian leaned forward. It is said, the Queen Mother explained, that the heavenly sacred pool was formed from a single drop of essence blood from a great accomplished heavenly god. Even now it retains divine power. If you soak your entire body in the water of the gods, it can relieve your ailment and also improve your constitution. Where is the water of the gods? Ning Tian asked. The heavenly realm, Luo Wuqing answered, on the misty immortal mountain. Could it be the Misty Sect? Ning Tian wondered aloud. Could we ask Princess Yueling for help? Back in the Supreme God Kingdom, her friend seemed to be a disciple of the Misty Sect. That is correct, Luo Wuqing replied. I have already sent someone to invite Princess Yueling here. At that moment, Princess Yueling appeared gracefully. Empress Grandmaster, why are you in such a hurry to summon me? Is something urgent? I wish to go to the Misty Sect, Ning Tian said. Is there a way to bring me there? Princess Yueling hesitated. However, she said, the misty immortal mountain is already closed. Ning Tian, Luo Wuqing, and the Queen Mother of the West froze in shock. Princess Yueling said that the misty immortal mountain was treacherous and crawling with demonic beasts, so the Misty Sect closed the mountain every 6 months to prevent accidents from befalling its disciples. Luo Wuqing asked, when will it reopen? In 6 months? Princess Yueling replied gently, it will not take that long. The next opening will be in about half a month. Luo Wuqing nodded. Very good. The Queen Mother of the West clasped her hands and asked, could you please bring my husband to the Misty Sect in half a month? Princess Yueling answered, I am a nominal disciple of the Misty Sect, so there should not be any problem. But I need to return and inform the sect first. I will come back in half a month. Ning Tian stepped forward and said, I will go to Shenzhou City to find you. Luo Wuqing asked, would you like us to come with you? Ning Tian looked back at Luo Wuqing and the Queen Mother of the West, who were both sweating nervously, and said, yes, the heavenly dome domain is so far away. He chuckled. If I were to bring 2 great emperor-level experts with me, the Misty Sect would probably shut its gates immediately and never come out again. Do not worry, I can handle it myself. Princess Yueling bowed slightly. In half a month I shall respectfully await your esteemed arrival in the God Realm, Grandmaster. Half a month later in Shenzhou City. Have you heard? Someone whispered excitedly. The Grandmaster is coming. His friend said, I heard earlier, so I came overnight to reserve a spot, just to catch a glimpse of the Grandmaster. Another person chimed in. Me too. I missed it last time, but I absolutely must see the Grandmaster this time. Yueling's father asked, Yueling, have you made contact with the Misty Sect yet? Princess Yueling replied, Father, rest assured. I have already informed Master Nanyan. Her father said, good. Now we simply wait for the Grandmaster to arrive in person. Suddenly, the flaming Lion King soared in from afar, roaring loudly as Ning Tian arrived upon its back. A deep vibration echoed through the land. Princess Yueling murmured, this sound? Her father nodded. It is the Grandmaster's mount. The Grandmaster has arrived. Ning Tian approached and bowed slightly. Your Majesty, it has been a long time. Grandmaster, the ruler said respectfully. Are we ready to go? Ning Tian asked. Her father raised his hand. Of course, of course. We have been prepared for a long time. Activate the teleportation formation. They activated the formation, and a beam of light shot upward, only to flicker and weaken moments later. What happened? Yueling's father cried out. An elder reported, Your Majesty, the national treasury is depleted of spirit stones. It is difficult to support the teleportation pillars. Where are the spirit stones? Last time you gave quite a few spirit stones to the Grandmaster, the officer murmured. Yueling's father swallowed nervously and glanced at Ning Tian. Grandmaster. No problem, Ning Tian said calmly. I will handle it. He opened his storage ring, and countless spirit stones poured out, flooding the teleportation formation with power. The formation erupted into a dazzling pillar of light. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Wow, as expected of the Grandmaster, so generous, an elder exclaimed. A stunning red-haired lady said, one person took out so many spirit stones. A young boy whispered, "He is incredibly wealthy." System notification. You have shocked everyone in Shenzhou City. Reward spatial immortal artifact, Void Ship. Void Ship, when used alongside a teleportation pillar, it accelerates void teleportation and increases stability. Additionally, the Void Ship itself can perform a void displacement of millions of meters. Ning Tian murmured to himself, a void displacement of millions of meters. That is equivalent to the distance of a small teleportation column. Princess Yu Ling stepped forward, radiant and composed. Grandmaster, let us go. Wait a moment, Ning Tian said. He took out the Void Ship and the massive artifact hovered above them, glowing with ancient power. He gestured. Sit aboard my Void Ship. Princess Yu Ling, Ning Tian, and the Flaming Lion King boarded. Father, I will return shortly, Princess Yu Ling said. The spectators watched in awe as the Void Ship activated, and the world around them blurred. Her father whispered, "What a powerful magical artifact. The Grandmaster is truly remarkable." Inside the Void Ship, Ning Tian sat cross-legged, his energy surging as he cultivated. He took out the Futu Demon Tower and entered its inner dimension. Moments later, he opened his eyes in confusion. Something felt different. A voice echoed within his mind. Because the host released the demonic energy of one level of the Demon Tower, each level released returns a portion of the tower's suppressive strength. The host will be able to control the Demon Tower more smoothly. Ning Tian murmured, if one could absorb all the demons suppressed within the floating Demon Tower, would one then gain complete control of it? The system responded, Host, the tower spirit has responded to you. Ning Tian looked into the distance, confused. What is that? A colossal figure appeared, shining with divine radiance. The power of a god? He shouted. Light erupted everywhere. Energy surged as another figure rushed forward to confront the giant. System, the host has touched upon the method of comprehension. Do you wish to comprehend it? Comprehend, Ning Tian commanded. System, comprehending, successfully comprehended the three forms of god punishment. Ning Tian's eyes glowed brilliantly. The combined force of these three divine punishment arts, together with the power of the heavenly gods, it is utterly astonishing. He looked up at the towering murals above. Could the figure in the mural also be a divine being? But who painted these totem murals, and what else is hidden within this pagoda-like demon tower? Ning Tian gazed upward in silence as the void ship sped through the endless void. Ning Tian suddenly felt a sharp pain in his chest. He staggered forward, then dropped to— Ugh! Darn it! The pain from this god totem attack is getting more and more intense. His body trembled as the agony surged through him. What on earth is happening? At that moment, Princess Yu Ling and the Flaming Lion King rushed to his side. Grandmaster! Princess Yu Ling cried out. Ning Tian turned his head just as the void ship suddenly shook violently. Losing her balance, Princess Yu Ling fell toward him. Ning Tian reacted instantly, catching her in his arms. Ah! Be careful, Ning Tian said calmly. Princess Yu Ling ended up sitting on his lap, her breath uneven as she steadied herself. She looked up sharply. What is that? Ning Tian placed one hand on her shoulder and the other on her thigh to keep her from falling, his gaze fixed on the distant sky. It is Void God Thunder. Her face paled. What should we do? This is one of the major calamities of the void, Ning Tian said evenly. Then he smiled faintly. No problem. With that, he leapt forward into the raging thunder. Just accept it. Princess Yu Ling stared in disbelief. How could I forget? This is the Grandmaster. Ning Tian frowned inwardly as the thunder roared louder. Unfortunately, the wind and thunder power I have mastered through the Thunder Tao is still insufficient to unleash the full might of the three forms of God punishment. The lightning intensified, tearing through the void. Ning Tian raised his hand. Wind and Thunder Tao in motion. The Void God Thunder resisted fiercely. Ning Tian snorted. You still want to resist? Princess Yu Ling gasped. My goodness, as expected of the Grandmaster. He actually suppressed the void calamity. Ning Tian's aura erupted violently. Receive it. A system notification rang out. The King of the Void has already devoured the God Thunder. Another notification followed. Currently, 100% of the Void God Thunder's energy is available. Ning Tian nodded slightly. Very good. The energy required for the three forms of God punishment is now fully prepared. My Lord Grandmaster, you are truly amazing, Princess Yu Ling said, her eyes shining. The system chimed again. Faith power detected. Faith energy activated again. Currently upgraded to collect 100,000 points of faith. Ning Tian wiped a trace of sweat from his brow. 100,000? Has her admiration really become that fanatical? He sighed inwardly. Last time, the power of 10,000 faith points was already astonishing. If released at 100,000, it could truly destroy the world. He turned back to Princess Yuling. The void lightning has been cleared. Let us continue on our way. She hesitated. Oh, woo! Ning Tian looked at the flaming Lion King in confusion. What is wrong? Awoo, awoo. You want to swallow the god thunder whole? Ning Tian raised an eyebrow. Are you not afraid of wind and thunder? Ooh, the flaming Lion King replied weakly. Ning Tian chuckled. Fine. He flicked his finger, shooting a remnant of god thunder directly into the flaming Lion King's mouth. Woohoo! The Lion King rolled across the deck. Ouch, ouch. Grandmaster, Princess Yue Ling asked nervously. Did the Lion King get electrocuted? I think so, Ning Tian replied. He stepped forward. Lion King, let me help you drive away the god thunder. The flaming Lion King trembled violently, then suddenly let out a thunderous roar. Princess Yue Ling blushed and clapped excitedly. Great! The Lion King succeeded. Ning Tian nodded in satisfaction. It truly lives up to its reputation as my mount. He gazed toward the horizon. In just a few more hours, we will be able to withstand the heavenly realm. He glanced at Princess Yue Ling. Why do you not take this opportunity to introduce the heavenly realm to me? All right, she said. The heavenly realm is vast and boundless. Unlike the heavenly spirit realm, there are clear regional distinctions, such as the central continent and the western continent. The heavenly realm is divided into 3 regions based on the 3 races. The demon race occupies the endless demon abyss and the eternal demon realm. The human race rules the chaos imperial realm. To the north lies the eternal demon realm, dominated by demons. To the west lies the endless demon abyss. To the east lies the chaos imperial realm, ruled by humans. Ning Tian frowned slightly. What about the south? I do not know either, Princess Yue Ling replied. That region is an unknown sea area. No one has ever been there before. The void ship sped through the clouds. Grandmaster, Princess Yue Ling said, pointing downward. Below us lies the misty immortal mountain. A thunderous voice echoed through the skies. Who dares trespass on the misty immortal mountain? Grandfather Tianfeng, it is me, Princess Yue Ling replied quickly. Oh, it is Yue Ling. Grandfather Tianfeng laughed. Is this your boyfriend? He studied Ning Tian closely. Whether his looks or his demeanor, he is absolutely stunning. Grandfather Tianfeng, what nonsense are you talking about? Princess Yue Ling exclaimed. Ning Tian smiled faintly, his ego quietly satisfied. Princess Yue Ling grabbed his hand and leapt forward. Come, Grandmaster, I will take you to meet my master. Ning Tian asked Princess Yue Ling, is Master Nanyan here? Princess Yue Ling gently pulled Ning Tian's sleeve and replied, No rush, Grandmaster. Since you are already here, would you not like to meet some old acquaintances? They stopped, and Princess Yue Ling suddenly called out, Yu Qin! Yu Qin spun through the air and leapt toward them, landing gracefully. Ning Tian was momentarily shocked by the sudden movement. Senior sister. And Grandmaster, Yu Qin said as her body jiggled slightly after landing. What brings you to the Misty Sect? I came to see you, Ning Tian replied with a smile. I still crave the horse meat stew you made. Yu Qin immediately hugged Ning Tian, pressing her soft chest against his arm. Princess Yue Ling sighed helplessly. Grandmaster, you are making fun of her. Then she turned to Yu Qin. Did Master place you on the Misty Cliffs to cultivate the Misty Destiny Tao? Yes, Yu Qin answered. Master told me to comprehend it within 1 year. Otherwise, he will not allow me to eat meat. She suddenly threw herself against Princess Yue Ling as well, hugging her chest tightly. But it is too difficult. Even you and senior sister Tian Shang spent several years comprehending it. How could I possibly do it in 1 year? Silly girl, Princess Yue Ling said patiently. Your talent far surpasses mine, but you simply do not cultivate diligently. Otherwise, your master would not be so strict with you. Ning Tian asked curiously, what is the Misty Tao? Yu Qin hesitated. The Misty Tao is, well, it is like nothingness. Yes, you cannot see or feel it. Ning Tian broke into a light sweat, clearly confused. Princess Yue Ling scolded her gently. I told you not to play around and to cultivate properly. Now you cannot even explain the Misty Destiny Tao clearly. The misty destiny Tao is nothingness and etherealness, its form capable of transforming into countless forms. Can the body transform into countless forms? Ning Tian asked. He thought to himself, is it something like shapeshifting? Princess Yueling smiled faintly. Hey, transform! Ning Tian's eyes widened. Tu Yueling? This is one of the two abilities of the misty destiny Tao, Princess Yueling explained. It allows one to transform into countless forms. Both of us are real. However, my comprehension is currently weak, so I can only transform into two. Ning Tian laughed softly. Interesting. Would it not be twice as fun if I taught it to my wife and the others? Hey, what other skill do you have? Ning Tian asked. I'm not entirely sure, Princess Yueling replied honestly. The misty destiny Tao is extremely difficult to comprehend, and I have not been able to make further progress yet. May I go over and take a look? Ning Tian asked. It is possible, she said, but to the average person, it is just an ordinary cliff face. Ning Tian landed near the rock face and murmured to himself, it does indeed look like an ordinary cliff. He placed his hand against the stone. Suddenly, the ground began to shake. Senior sister, was that an earthquake? Yu Qin cried out nervously. I do not know either, Princess Yueling replied. The stone surface suddenly began to glow. Senior sister, look, Yu Qin exclaimed in shock. The Grandmaster. The stone engraving shone brilliantly. This is, Ning Tian thought, the misty Tao? He raised his hand, golden aura surging around his body. In an instant, his entire form was enveloped in radiant golden light. A system notification echoed in his mind. Comprehending the misty Tao at 100-fold speed. Please wait patiently, host. Host, you have received recognition for a deeper level of understanding of the misty Tao. Absorbing a deeper level of understanding at 100-fold speed. Senior sister, Yu Qin whispered in awe, is the Grandmaster's presence always this overwhelming? If it does not cause a sensation, Princess Yueling replied calmly, then it is not the work of the Grandmaster. She frowned inwardly. Master, this is the very foundation upon which the Misty Sect was founded. If the Sect Master finds out, I wonder how this situation will be handled. At the Misty Palace, Wu Sect Master bowed deeply. The Sect Master asked, Wu Sect Master wishes to borrow our Misty Sect's heavenly sacred pool? I hope Master Ni will grant my request. Wu Sect Master replied respectfully. He could not help thinking to himself, as expected of one of the top 3 beauties in the Chaos Emperor realm. Her looks are truly stunning. Unfortunately, the Sect Master began. What happened? Wu Sect Master asked in alarm. Suddenly, a commotion erupted outside. The Sect Master leapt up. What is going on? Sect Master, an elder cried out. Light. I saw a dazzling brilliant light. Someone has become light. Wu Sect Master's heart sank. Could something terrible be about to happen to the Misty Sect? That day at the sacred pool, the Sect Master narrowed her eyes. It is about comprehending the Dharmakaya. She turned sharply. Elder Nanyan, is this the direction of your misty cliffs of Yanfeng? Yes, Master, Nanyan answered. Everyone, the Sect Master commanded, come with me. We will find out what is happening. Yes, Wu Sect Master replied. In the distance, Ning Tian could be seen, his figure blazing with golden light. As Ning Tian levitated in midair, his body radiated a brilliant golden light. Sect Master Nihongi exclaimed in shock. Yu Qin, you are here as well. Princess Yueling and Yu Qin turned around at once. Princess Yueling said softly, Master. Yu Qin followed Sect Master. Sect Master Nihongi frowned deeply. What on earth are you two girls doing? How could there be an outsider on Misty Cliff? Who is he? Ning Tian continued to hover in the air, golden radiance surging endlessly from his body. Sect Master Nihongi narrowed her eyes. He actually resonated with the Misty Tao. Was it because he had comprehended the Dharmakaya? Suddenly, she lashed her aura outward, whipping the surrounding stone into dust. She muttered to herself, why can I not sense his power at all? She turned sharply toward Princess Yueling. Who exactly is he? An old elder hurriedly stepped forward and bowed deeply. Sect Master, please forgive me. I will immediately stop this scoundrel who stole the Misty Sect's Tao teachings. Princess Yueling quickly interrupted. Wait, Master, do you know this person? Sect Master Nihongi looked at her, momentarily confused. The old elder inhaled sharply and said, he is Ning Shuai, also known as Ning Tian, the legendary Grandmaster of the Heavenly Demon. Sect Master Nihongi's pupils shrank. Is it him? It was said that the legendary Grandmaster was also a powerful emperor. She felt a chill run down her spine. No wonder I could not see through his power. Could he truly be superior to me? After a long pause, Sectmaster Nihongi said calmly, "Let us wait and see how things develop." At that moment, another figure arrived. "Oh, so everyone is here." Sectmaster Nihongi turned her head. "Wu Sectmaster, why have you only just arrived? Did you secretly go to see the heavenly sacred pool?" Wu Sectmaster wiped sweat from his brow and forced a smile. "Sectmaster, you are joking. You all walked too fast. I could not keep up for even a moment." Inwardly, he thought unexpectedly, "There is still a great emperor guarding the sacred pool. It seems sneaking into the pool will not work." Suddenly, Ning Tian's golden light surged to an even greater intensity. The system's voice echoed, "The misty Tao has been successfully comprehended." The elders raised their sleeves to shield their eyes from the blinding radiance. Sect Master Nihongi gasped, "What dazzling golden light!" Yu Qin cried out, "What is going on? Are those all grandmasters in the sky?" The golden light transformed ceaselessly, splitting again and again. It can transform into countless forms. My heavens, this is the first time I have ever seen someone actually create thousands of clones. Sectmaster Nihongi felt cold sweat soak her back. The Grandmaster once went to the realm of gods to inscribe the misty Tao for comprehension. To this day, no one has been able to fully comprehend it, not even me. At that moment, Ning Tian spoke calmly. "Misty and intangible, capable of transforming into countless forms. These are merely appearances." He paused. "Then what is the true essence of the misty Tao?" His gaze turned inward. "System, use the great Tao deduction." The system responded, "Currently in use, performing a great Tao deduction." Ning Tian closed his eyes and concentrated fully. Deduction in progress. A few moments later, deduction complete. Sectmaster Nihongi cried out in disbelief. "The misty Tao aura. Legend has it that only those who cultivate the misty Tao to the extreme can possibly comprehend it. Such results achieved in just a few hours. Even those self-important fellows in the Chaos Imperial realm probably could not manage this." Ning Tian opened his eyes slightly. "So that is it. The essence of the misty Tao, the ethereal energy, is hidden within countless clones. The greater the number of clones, the more powerful the misty Tao aura becomes. Moves imbued with misty Tao energy are greatly amplified in power." A faint smile appeared on his lips. "Interesting. Let us see how powerful a palm strike becomes after being imbued with misty Tao energy." Sectmaster Nihongi's expression changed instantly. "Fellow Taoists, please do not attempt this." Before anyone could react, a terrifying explosion erupted behind Ning Tian, as though a miniature sun had detonated in midair. The shockwave rolled outward, shaking heaven and earth. Yu Qin clicked her tongue lightly. "Tisk, tisk." As expected of the Grandmaster, no matter who you are, he will take you down first to show proper respect. Ning Tian blinked, clearly amused. "Wow, double yokes. These two cards are truly astonishing." At that moment, the system's voice rang out repeatedly. "You have shocked Nihongi. You have shocked Yue Ling. You have shocked Yu Qin. You have shocked everyone in the Misty Sect. Received a shocking reward. Received the Heavenly God Body Tempering card. When used in conjunction with the Heavenly God Divine Pool, absorption capacity reaches 1000%. Receive the One Punch Annihilation card. Effect is literal. Note, due to this card's extreme power, it is valid for 5 days and its usage range is limited to 10,000 meters. Ning Tian slowly descended, landing not far from Sectmaster Nihongi. "I apologize," he said calmly, "for causing such damage on my first visit." Sectmaster Nihongi exhaled and waved her hand. "Never mind, I will have the elders repair it." She turned her face aside slightly, a faint blush appearing on her cheeks. "Why are you looking at me like that?" Inwardly, she thought, upon closer inspection, "This young man is actually quite handsome." Ning Tian glanced around and commented casually, "It is beautiful, but still not strong enough." Sectmaster Nihongi stiffened. "What does that mean? Does it mean my cultivation level is insufficient?" Ning Tian said nothing aloud, but inwardly he remarked, "She is not strong enough to be a sister to my wives." Regaining her composure, Sectmaster Nihongi asked, "Grandmaster, may I ask why you sent Yue Ling to bring you to our Misty Sect? Was it for the sake of the Misty Tao?" "No," Ning Tian replied plainly. "That was not the reason. The Misty Tao was simply an accidental discovery." Sectmaster Nihongi stared at him in disbelief. "You accidentally reached the peak? Is that what you are telling me?" Ning Tian did not argue. "I would like to borrow the heavenly sacred pool for a while." Sectmaster Nihongi hesitated. It seems the Grandmaster and Wu Sectmaster share the same intention. However, the heavenly sacred pool can only be used by one person at a time, so the two of you. Before she could finish, Wu Sectmaster's face turned pale. No need. No need at all, he said hurriedly. I do not absolutely require it. Sectmaster, I have other matters to attend to, so I will be leaving now. As he retreated, he thought nervously. I do not know who this fellow truly is, but if I try to take it from him, what difference would there be between that and courting death? In the next instant, Wu Sectmaster fled, moving as though his life depended on it. Ning Tian turned back to Sectmaster Nihongi. Sectmaster, can you take me to the heavenly sacred pool now? Sectmaster Nihongi paused, then said carefully, Grandmaster, there were outsiders present just now, so it was inconvenient for me to reveal the truth. She met his gaze and spoke slowly. The heavenly sacred pool has lost its spiritual power. Ning Tian's eyes widened slightly. What? Sectmaster Nihongi said, sadly that several months ago, a son of God took away the pure energy of the heavenly sacred pool. Ning Tian asked in confusion, What is a son of God? Sectmaster Nihongi replied, as the name suggests, a son of God is the offspring of a powerful being within the Chaos Imperial domain. Their strength is immense, and their nature is domineering. Very few people within the entire Chaos Imperial domain dare to provoke them. After all, they have a god standing behind them. Ning Tian nodded and said, I see. He then muttered to himself, what kind of nonsense son of God is this? Just destroy him. Ning Tian said aloud, no problem. I will trouble you to take me to see the sacred pool. Sectmaster Nihongi hesitated briefly before replying, that is possible. However, there is one thing I hope you can grant. I hope you can inscribe the method of comprehending the Tao of Misty Mountain onto the cliff of Misty Mountain. Ning Tian thought to himself, that is correct. I absorbed their cultivation techniques so they can no longer comprehend the Misty Tao. He then said calmly, very well. I will not only re-engrave the method of comprehension onto the stone wall, but I will also help all the disciples of the Misty Sect comprehend the Misty Tao. Sectmaster Nihongi asked excitedly, Grandmaster, are your words truly sincere? Quickly, call all disciples. A short while later all the disciples gathered. An elder stepped forward and asked, Master, why the sudden summons of all disciples? Sectmaster Nihongi explained, since the method of comprehending the Misty Tao carved on the cliff of Misty Mountain was completely absorbed by the Grandmaster, the only option now is for the Grandmaster to re-engrave it and guide everyone in comprehension. The elder looked at Ning Tian and said skeptically, he is so young. Can he really help us understand? Ning Tian replied indifferently, do not worry. Even a pile of filth can be polished by me. He smirked as he casually picked at his ear. The elder flew into a rage and shouted, you! At that moment Ning Tian suddenly glowed with a golden aura and said to himself, System, activate innate skill, teaching and resolving doubts. A system notification rang out. Activating teaching and resolving doubts. Another notification followed. The light of enlightenment is gathering. A disciple exclaimed, what is this feeling? Another disciple, her figure full and soft, said in shock, the Misty Tao entered my mind in such a strange way. A man cried out, I feel like I am about to break through. Ning Tian commanded calmly, everyone sit down and reflect on this. The disciples obeyed, sitting down as blue light enveloped their bodies. Ning Tian leapt into the air and said approvingly, very good. Next is the method of comprehension. He struck the cliff with a single attack. As Ning Tian landed, he stared in surprise at the inscriptions now carved deeply into the stone wall. He said simply, done. The disciples continued concentrating without pause. Sectmaster Nihongi stared in shock and murmured, so fast. Ning Tian said coldly, Sectmaster, please do not speak carelessly. I am not in a good mood. Sectmaster Nihongi hurriedly replied, Grandmaster, that was not what I meant. She blushed and turned her gaze aside. Princess Yueling and the sect elder listened silently. Both of them thought to themselves, phew. Sectmaster Nihongi asked, how is everyone's progress? Princess Yueling stepped forward and reporting to the sectmaster, I have already entered the sect realm. The sect elder stood up as well and said, me too. She looked at Ning Tian and thought to herself, he is a man who says he will do something, and then actually does it. What kind of man is he? So mysterious. Ning Tian said to himself, is the upper limit of faith-based power really this high now? But perhaps the reward will be even greater. A system notification sounded. You have shocked all disciples of the Misty Sect. Reward, spiritual Qi cultivation increased by 10,000. The host's strength is sufficient for a breakthrough. Stored spiritual Qi will be released upon breakthrough. Absorbable faith energy detected. Current faith power storage, 4,000 out of 100,000. Ning Tian turned back toward Sectmaster Nihongi, his gaze briefly sweeping across the towering mountains behind her, and said, "Sectmaster, shall we go?" Sectmaster Nihongi nodded and replied respectfully, "Yes, Grandmaster, I will lead the way." A short while later, they arrived at the sacred pool. Sectmaster Nihongi gestured toward the pool and said, "Grandmaster, please look. This is the current state of the sacred pool." Ning Tian stared at the surface of the water and muttered, "These fish." After a moment, he said, "Sectmaster, you should go ahead. I will stay here alone for a while." Sectmaster Nihongi hesitated and asked, "What do you plan to do, Grandmaster?" Ning Tian replied casually, "I will wash up. Sectmaster, are you interested?" Sectmaster Nihongi froze in shock. Her face flushed red as confusion flashed through her eyes. She quickly turned away and said, "I will not disturb you any longer." After she left, Ning Tian's expression suddenly turned serious. He narrowed his eyes and thought to himself, "I can still faintly perceive subtle energy. By the way, since the sacred pool was formed from the essence and blood of a heavenly god, and I also possess the heavenly god body. If I use my own essence and blood as a catalyst, can I extract the original energy from the sacred pool?" Ning Tian placed a hand over his abdomen. Dark patterns spread as the demonic curse stirred violently. He frowned and muttered, "It has grown much more violent." Without hesitation, Ning Tian drew his dagger and sliced his palm. Golden blood flowed from the wound and dripped into the pond. The moment his blood touched the water, the sacred pool reacted violently. Ripples spread outward as the pool began to glow. Ning Tian widened his eyes and exclaimed, "It actually works!" Streams of golden energy surged out of the pond and rushed toward him. Ning Tian said firmly, "Use the Heavenly Body Tempering card." A system notification responded, "Using Heavenly Body Tempering card, successfully activated." Inside Ning Tian's body, the demonic curse expanded rapidly, clashing with the surging golden energy. Another system notification appeared. Host detected as capable of breakthrough. Begin breakthrough? Sweat poured down Ning Tian's face as he clenched his teeth and closed his eyes. Begin. I, Ning Tian, will one day become an emperor. The system notifications followed in rapid succession, absorbing energy, releasing previously stored spiritual energy. Beginning breakthrough. Ning Tian's power suddenly surged, forming a towering tornado that pierced the heavens. Sectmaster Nihongi cried out in shock, "Grandmaster, what earth-shattering commotion are you about to create this time?" Ning Tian slowly opened his eyes. "No, that is far from enough." His gaze sharpened as he spoke coldly. "Hundredfold absorption. Activate." A system notification echoed. 100 times absorption activated. Absorbing. The Heavenly God skill is now activated. The Three Saints skill is now activated. Activating Whale Devour mode. The tornado of power expanded violently, swallowing spiritual energy from all directions. Sectmaster Nihongi's voice trembled. "Grandmaster, what exactly are you doing?" An elder shouted anxiously. "Sectmaster, all the spiritual energy of our Misty Sect has been drained by that so-called Grandmaster. Even if he helps all his disciples embark upon the Misty Tao, he cannot act so recklessly." Sectmaster Nihongi raised her hand, her expression solemn. "Let us wait and see. I believe the Grandmaster is not the type to act without regard for the overall situation." Above them, lightning roared as the tornado grew even more violent. Sectmaster Nihongi's eyes widened. "Lightning tribulation?" The elder gasped, her mouth hanging open. What level of cultivation breakthrough could trigger such a massive lightning tribulation? A purple dragon suddenly surged out of Ning Tian's body, coiling through the storm. With a thunderous roar, it condensed a massive ball of lightning and devoured it whole. Yukin wiped the sweat from her brow and exclaimed, "My heavens! That truly was a lightning tribulation. The Grandmaster actually swallowed the heaven and earth tribulation in one gulp." Her sister stared in disbelief. Unbelievable. The Grandmaster's void god lightning was even stronger than the heavenly tribulation lightning. At the peak of the mountain, Ning Tian's aura continued to rise, shaking heaven and earth. Princess Yueling whispered softly, "It is over. For so many years, no matter how fierce the battles the Misty Sect endured, the misty immortal mountain remained unscathed." An elder sighed bitterly. But now, the Grandmaster's cultivation alone has turned the sacred mountain into a barren wasteland. Ning Tian slowly levitated in the air, surrounded by pure, overwhelming power. Princess Yueling murmured, "Am I imagining things? Has the Grandmaster changed?" Yuqin shook her head gently. "No, he is even more handsome now." Ning Tian descended calmly and stood before them. "Sect Master Ni, thank you. Thanks to the spiritual energy of the heavenly sacred pool and the misty immortal mountain, my strength has finally broken through to the first star of the God Emperor realm. The God and Demon totem has also disappeared." An elder crossed her arms and snorted. You are enjoying yourself, but what about us? Our misty sect does not welcome demolition." Ning Tian smiled faintly. "Sect Master Ni, I merely borrowed some of your sect's spiritual energy, and I am returning it in full now. Moreover, the spiritual energy that passed through my hands, perhaps it will produce unexpected effects." Sect Master Nihongi's eyes lit up. "Really?" Ning Tian raised an eyebrow and replied lightly, "Did someone just say they were not welcome?" The elder laughed awkwardly and hurriedly waved her hands. "Ha ha! What I meant, Grandmaster, is that our misty sect does not welcome, people who destroy other people's homes." She coughed lightly and added shamelessly, "Of course, destroying other people's homes? We in the Misty Sect love that." "Good riddance." Sect Master Nihonji clasped her fists and bowed slightly. "Thank you very much, Grandmaster." Ning Tian raised his hand. In an instant, boundless energy surged forth, covering the sky like an endless ocean. Princess Yueling, Yuqin, and their sister all looked up in awe and exclaimed together, "My heavens! What a vast sea of spiritual energy!" Ning Tian's power condensed, forming an enormous luminous sphere. Violent winds swept across the peak, gently lifting the hems of the ladies' dresses under the pressure of his aura. Their sister's eyes trembled as she whispered, "It is back! It is back!" Yuqin cried excitedly. "The misty immortal mountain has returned." Ning Tian turned to Sect Master Nihongi and spoke calmly. "This is a single drop of the pure essence from the heavenly sacred pool," the Grandmaster said. "If it is placed into an ordinary pool, it should last for another 100 years. Sect Master Nihonji's expression changed dramatically. "What? You are actually willing to give us something so precious?" Ning Tian chuckled softly. "Just kidding," he added casually. "I still have an entire bottle left." He stepped closer to Sect Master Nihongi, causing her heart to skip a beat. At that moment, someone asked anxiously, "Who is the godson who received purification from the heavenly sacred pool? Which sect does he belong to?" Sect Master Nihongi replied solemnly, "The reclusive Myriad Swords Immortal Sect." She hesitated, then asked cautiously, "Grandmaster, you are not thinking of taking it back, are you? The Myriad Swords Immortal Sect is extremely powerful. Even if you are a nine-tribulation emperor, you may not necessarily gain an advantage." Ning Tian smiled gently. "Do not worry. I, the Grandmaster, am extremely kind." Princess Yueling sighed softly from the side. "The Myriad Swords Immortal Sect is finished." Ning Tian spoke indifferently. "My god physique is only a hair's breadth away from reaching the lesser completion of the heavenly physique. I must retrieve that energy." Sect Master Nihonji frowned slightly. "That sect is very mysterious," she said cautiously. "I do not know its exact location." Their sister suddenly spoke up. "The Chaos Imperial Domain Grand Gathering has begun." Another elder nodded. "All sects will attend. Given the consistent style of the Myriad Swords Godson, he will definitely appear at such a grand event." Ning Tian raised an eyebrow. "The Chaos Imperial Domain Grand Gathering?" Sect Master Nihonji smiled. "Why not join us, Grandmaster?" "That is good," Ning Tian replied. "It sounds interesting." With a flick of his wrist, Ning Tian summoned a massive flying ship. Sect Master Nihongi's mouth fell open in shock. What is this?" Princess Yueling said proudly. "This is the Grandmaster's spatial artifact, the Void Ship. It is unbelievably fast, and it even has a spiritual hot spring on board. That spiritual spring can enhance cultivation and improve beauty." Yukin's eyes sparkled. "That is amazing." Their sister nodded eagerly. "I would like to experience it as well." Sect Master Nihonji stood frozen, completely stunned. A system notification echoed, "You have shocked Nihongi and the others. Reward, Treasure Basin Experience Card. Description, transform into a treasure basin and attract all things." Ning Tian muttered quietly. "The system's rewards have been getting stranger lately. Is this treasure basin even worth trying?" Suddenly, Yuqin tugged lightly at Ningtian's sleeve and spoke softly. Grandmaster, would you like to team up for a bath? We are one person short. Princess Yueling Yuqin, Sectmaster Nihongji, and their sister all turned their gazes toward Ningtian, waiting silently for his answer as the wind swept across the peak. Ningtian said in shock, I really do not want to. Yuqin said joyfully, Tisk, tisk, I am just teasing you. Ningtian sighed and said, You had me worried for a second. I almost did not know how I was going to explain this to my wife. Princess Yueling said, You mischievous girl, how can you say such embarrassing things so easily? Yuqin said, The Grandmaster is a generous man. He will not hold it against me, right? Ningtian leapt onto his ship and said, Let us move out. We need to head to the assembly early and reclaim the energy of the heavenly god's sacred pool before the 10,000 swords son of God uses it all up. In a different scene, at Luo Wuqing's office, she practiced her calligraphy in silence. The Queen Mother of the West hovered above her, looking bored, and said, The Grandmaster is not here. It is so boring. She glanced at Luo Wuqing while Yuqin continued practicing. The Queen Mother of the West leaned onto the table and said, Wuqing, do you miss him? Luo Wuqing replied, I am all right. The Queen Mother of the West said, Are you sure you do not miss him? Do you not miss him at night? Luo Wuqing said in shock, You perverted woman. The Queen Mother of the West replied, Is that so? I seem to remember what Our Lady Empress was screaming that night. Luo Wuqing grabbed her head and smothered her against her ample chest, saying in annoyance, Shut your mouth. The Queen Mother of the West finally took a breath and said, So Wuqing, do you want to come along with me to look for the Grandmaster? Luo Wuqing said, Go look for him? She turned her head away and added, You go ahead. I still have matters to handle here in the heavenly spirit domain. The Queen Mother of the West chuckled and said, Hee. Then I will go find the Grandmaster myself. Luo Wuqing gazed into the distance and murmured, Even though it has only been a few days since you left, it feels as if an eternity has passed. I know your ambition encompasses the entire world. To be able to fight by your side in the future, I must stabilize the heavenly demon cult as quickly as possible. In a different scene, Ningtian's ship accelerated, flying faster and faster. Ningtian asked, What is that down there? As they approached a vast city, Princess Yueling said, Grandmaster, below us is the gathering place of the human race within the Sky Dome domain, the largest city in the Chaos Imperial domain, Chaos Imperial City. Ningtian said, I did not expect a single city to be even larger than the entire Heavenly Spirit domain. Princess Yueling explained, In the Heavenly Spirit domain, every power has a ruler. But Chaos Imperial City is a free city-state, governed by no one. Ningtian asked, A free city-state? Has no one tried to claim it for themselves in all these thousands of years? Princess Yueling replied, The gods are watching from above, with the great experts of the human race keeping guard. Who would dare harbor such thoughts? Ningtian said, The sky stretches 10,000 miles without a single cloud. Since when were there gods in the heavens? Princess Yueling asked, What do you mean? Ningtian answered, I mean, since ancient times, above the heavens, there has only ever been the sky. Ningtian thought to himself, Among the 9 domains, the Heavenly Spirit domain is inferior even to Chaos Imperial City. Why is it still considered one of the 9 domains? Does the Heavenly Spirit domain hide some kind of secret? As Ningtian leapt from the flying ship, people below looked up in shock. A man exclaimed, What on earth is that? Is it a ship? A ship that can fly through the sky? His friend said, That is incredible. It is far more stylish than those people riding pigs or flying on swords. It truly is magnificent. A lady asked, How impressive. Which power does that ship belong to? Is that the ethereal sect? As the beautiful women, Princess Yueling, Yuqin, Sectmaster Nihongji, and Tiangcheng, descended from the ship, another man said in awe, I have long heard that the ethereal sect is full of beauties, and that their sect master is peerless. It seems the rumors are true. Who is that handsome fellow surrounded by all those beauties? His friend scoffed and said, If I were that handsome, I would have plenty of beauties following me around as well. A few moments later, they landed on the street. Princess Yueling said, Grandmaster, there is still one day until the Chaos Grand Assembly. Elder Tianfeng and I plan to look for a place to stay. Would you like to join us? Ningtian replied, No need. You two go ahead. Since this is a rare opportunity, I will take a look around this so-called Chaos Imperial City. Sectmaster Nihongji asked, What about you two? Princess Yueling said, I will walk around with the Grandmaster. Yuqin added, Exactly. Since this is our first time here, I would like to explore as well. Princess Yueling nodded and said, all right, then we will head out first. Sect Master Ni Hongji turned to Tiansheng and said, Tiansheng, if you want the Grandmaster to help your clan, I think it is best to speak up as soon as possible. After all, a great figure like the Grandmaster might not stay here forever. Tiansheng lowered her head, beads of sweat forming on her forehead as she bit her lip in silence. A few moments later, as Princess Yueling, Yuqin, and Ning Tian walked through the streets, Yuqin exclaimed, wow, Chaos Imperial City is truly massive. There are so many resources here. A man suddenly shouted, step right up, do not miss out. A 10,000-year white jade flower is being given away for free. Ning Tian and Princess Yueling both looked in the direction of the voice. Yuqin grabbed Ning Tian's arm and said excitedly, Grandmaster, let us go take a look. She then cheered, yay, Grandmaster, you are the best. The three of them walked toward the commotion. An old chubby man said in frustration, blast it. Not only did I fail to get the white jade flower, I even lost a 10,000-year flame fruit instead. A muscular man announced loudly, no money required and no bartering needed. As long as you can defeat our 5 Mountain sect, the 10,000-year white jade flower shall be yours, Princess Yueling said, as expected of Chaos Imperial City. It truly is a melting pot. Even the street vendors are from famous sects. Ning Tian asked, the 5 Mountain sect, are they very powerful? Yuqin replied, the 5 sect masters of the 5 Mountain sect are all 8-star Divine Emperor Realm experts. Each of them has mastered a type of Tao. They are extremely formidable. A man with a mole on his face shouted, is there any other hero willing to try? Ning Tian smiled faintly and said, this is getting interesting. He stepped forward and said calmly, I will do it. The crowd fell silent as the confrontation began. An old man in the crowd spoke in a low voice, saying that there were still people willing to step forward. A man drenched in sweat said nervously, there are 5 people on the other side. They are clearly bullying us, are they not? A lady with an eye-catching figure sneered. He is quite handsome, but unfortunately he is an idiot. The 5 Mountain sect masters smiled faintly and said, young fellow Taoist, would you be willing to give it a try? Do you have any good items to wager? Ning Tian replied calmly, you will know once you defeat me. A friend of the 5 Mountain sect master frowned and said, this is probably against the arena rules. Ning Tian raised an eyebrow. Is it possible that the 5 Mountain sect is afraid I will lose and simply run away? The 5 Mountain sect master laughed loudly. Ha 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 ha. Fellow Taoist, you are joking. Then please enlighten me, fellow Taoist. As he spoke, Ning Tian casually chopped the air with his hand. A violent wind burst forth. To save time, Ning Tian said evenly, all 5 of you may come together. The 5 men stared at him in disbelief. What big words. The 5 Mountain sect master barked. He cracked his knuckles, and in the next instant, all 5 of them charged toward Ning Tian. Then do not blame us for bullying you, one of them shouted. Ning Tian merely smirked. The moment they collided, a thunderous explosion erupted, shaking the arena. Princess Yueling gasped. Oh no, this time the 5 Mountain sect master is truly in deep trouble. Yuqin nodded calmly. That is right. After all, once the Grandmaster makes a move, not even a blade of grass will grow. He will not suffer a loss. As the dust cloud slowly cleared, Ning Tian emerged unscathed. Finished, he said indifferently. The 5 Mountain sect master and his companions were piled together on the ground, foam spilling from their mouths. Someone in the crowd cried out, this kid is actually more powerful than the 5 Mountain sect master. The 5 Mountain sect master is a peak expert at the 1st star of the God Emperor realm. This kid is even higher than the God Emperor realm. Would you call this playing dumb to fool others? A system notification sounded. You have shocked the merchants of the 5 Mountain sect. You have shocked everyone around you. Spiritual chi cultivation increased by 1,000. Ning Tian leapt down from the arena and said, let us go. Princess Yueling nodded quickly, A few moments later, at night, Sect Master Ni Hongyi said solemnly, the Chaos Gathering officially begins tomorrow. Grandmaster, please rest well tonight. I will come to wake you again tomorrow. Ning Tian nodded. Okay. After closing the door, Ning Tian murmured to himself, his gaze sharpening. My alchemy skills have stagnated at the level of perfection. If I wish to take another step forward and reach the pinnacle, I must challenge myself by refining higher-level pills. He took out an ancient herb. This one will do. Ning Tian retrieved his pill furnace and placed the immortal herb inside. Golden flames erupted, filling the room with radiant light. Refining an immortal herb truly requires a far higher level of precision, Ning Tian muttered. Even the slightest carelessness, and the furnace will explode. The pill furnace levitated into the air, releasing waves of powerful energy. Ning Tian opened his eyes sharply. Condense. A system notification rang out. The host has achieved extraordinary mastery in alchemy, breaking through the Tao of alchemy and reaching its pinnacle. A brilliant pill shot out of the furnace. Huh, Ning Tian exhaled softly. It is finally finished. Suddenly a knock sounded at the door. Grandmaster, Tianshang said softly. Tianshang has a request. Please allow Tianshang to enter. Tianshang. Ning Tian frowned inwardly. What does she want from me in the middle of the night? He opened the door and saw Tianshang standing silently outside. Ning Tian's eyes narrowed. She came prepared. Come in, he said. Tianshang stepped inside, her hands trembling slightly. Grandmaster, she said, sweating. Tianshang wishes to save our clan. We implore you to intervene. Ning Tian sat down calmly. Why? Tianshang knelt. This grandmaster has never liked doing business at a loss, Ning Tian interrupted. So, what do I gain in return for helping you? Tianshang hesitated, then clenched her fists against her chest. I do not know your story, Ning Tian said coolly, and I am not interested. You should. He waved his hand dismissively, then suddenly opened his eyes in confusion. Go back. Huh? Tianshang froze. Ning Tian felt his ears heat up. In a blur of movement, Tianshang changed her clothes with astonishing speed. Grandmaster, she said urgently. Tianshang is a virgin, possessing the body of a moon fox. If you cultivate with me, you could master the Tao of moonlight, and your strength would be greatly enhanced. She stepped closer. The Tao of moonlight? Ning Tian repeated inwardly. The Tao of moonlight, Tianshang continued, may resemble the moonlight's spiritual energy you absorb, but its effects are vastly different. One who masters it becomes far stronger in battle under moonlight. Ning Tian calmly picked up her discarded clothes and draped them over her shoulders. Tianshang froze, then looked up at him with tear-filled eyes. Why? Am I not pretty enough? You have a beautiful figure, Ning Tian replied coldly, but unfortunately I am not interested. He paused. Besides, are you even human? Tianshang's pupils shrank violently. How did you know? She exclaimed, stepping back. What? Ning Tian said calmly. You have been exposed and now wish to silence me? Tianshang bowed deeply. Forgive me. Tianshang lost her composure. The Grandmaster was correct. I am indeed not human, but a member of the peerless Heavenly Fox clan. The peerless enchanting Heavenly Fox, Ning Tian murmured. If you do not believe me, Tianshang said softly, Tianshang can prove it. However, I will need your help to conceal my aura, to avoid being discovered and getting into trouble. Ning Tian raised his hand. No problem. Energy swirled around them, sealing the room in silence. Suddenly, Tianshang's foxtail appeared behind her, swaying slightly as her cheeks flushed crimson. Ning Tian's eyes narrowed. As expected, fox demons. Tianshang shook her head gently. To be precise, the founder was from the peerless Heavenly Fox clan, Ning Tian asked calmly. Is there an inherent difference between fox demons and your clan? Tianshang straightened proudly, her posture confident as she spoke. Fox demon is merely a general term for fox clans within the demon race. My peerless enchanting Heavenly Fox clan possesses the strongest bloodline among them. She raised her chin slightly. If one cultivates to the level of 9 tails, one can rival even a god-level expert. Her expression dimmed. Unfortunately, we are also one of the abandoned clans. Ning Tian paused. An abandoned clan? Tianshang turned her gaze away. I'm sorry, I cannot disclose the details at this time. No problem, Ning Tian replied evenly. Judging from your appearance, even if you are in trouble, it is not immediate, he continued. If you can offer something better in the future, or if we are truly fated to meet again, I may change my mind. Tianshang bowed slightly. Then Tianshang will not trouble you any further. She turned and walked away without hesitation. Ning Tian watched her leave, murmuring to himself, the peerless Heavenly Fox clan. That reminds me of someone. That actually makes some sense. A short while later, at the arena, crowds had gathered from all directions, filling the surroundings with noise and anticipation. Yukin looked around in amazement. Wow, there are so many people. Sectmaster Nihongi nodded. The Chaos Altar was built by several God Realm powerhouses and is large enough to accommodate over 1 million people. Additionally, the Chaos Gathering only occurs once every 1,000 years, so naturally, many people have come, Ning Tian said indifferently. I hope the Holy Son of Myriad Swords appears soon and does not waste my time. Do not worry, Sectmaster Nihongi replied. Knowing his personality, he will most likely come, she continued. Grandmaster, you are new here and not very familiar with the heavenly domain. The grand event has not yet begun. Would you like me to explain the Chaos Emperor domain to you? I would appreciate further details, Ning Tian said. Sectmaster Nihongi spoke solemnly. In fact, given your strength, Grandmaster, you do not need to worry about most people in the Heavenly Dome domain. The only ones you truly need to be wary of are the three major forces on the surface. The most powerful dynasty in human history is the Wuji God dynasty. The most mysterious force is the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion. And the most arrogant of all is the illusory god Heavenly Palace. Ning Tian chuckled softly. The illusory god Heavenly Palace. Ah, hee. Sectmaster Nihonji's expression turned serious. Grandmaster, you must never underestimate these three great powers, especially the Wuji God dynasty. It is said that they dare to call themselves a god dynasty because they truly have a god backing them. A true god? Ning Tian asked. That is correct, she replied. It is said that every 10,000 years a true god descends upon the god realm. The Wuji God dynasty has existed for at least several 100,000 years since its founding. Yu Qin stood up abruptly, shocked. Wow, that means there are dozens of God realm experts. Ning Tian said calmly, I never imagined that the Chaos Imperial City alone, within the Heavenly Dome domain, would be so spectacular. That is right, Sectmaster Nihonji agreed. Besides the human race, there are also the eternal demon realm, the endless demon abyss, and the unknown sea. If you had ventured into the heavenly domain earlier, you would definitely have become famous. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed across the arena. Sectmaster Nihongi's eyes lit up. As expected of the 15th emperor of the Wuji God dynasty. Emperor Wuji actually rode a true dragon. Ning Tian frowned slightly. Emperor Wuji? That is right, she said. It is said that he was the strongest emperor among all the emperors of the Wuji God dynasty. Ning Tian's thoughts stirred. Far surpassing the 9 Tribulations emperor. He might even have reached the half-step god realm. I wonder who is stronger, he murmured inwardly, him or my wife. It has been so long, I miss you terribly. Far away, Luo Wuqing suddenly sneezed at her table. Sectmaster Nihongi continued, following him our grand ancestor Wang Tian of the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion, and the Void God Emperor of the Void God Palace. Ning Tian's eyes flickered. Oh, an old acquaintance. For some reason, Sectmaster Nihongi added, the Pavilion Master of the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion did not come this time. Moreover, it seems the Void God Palace has recently offended someone. Things have not been peaceful. In the crowd, Wang Tian froze the moment his eyes landed on Ning Tian. A companion whispered, Void God Emperor, is something the matter? Wang Tian forced a smile. No, it is nothing. Cold sweat trickled down his back. He glanced around nervously, thinking, this is a grand chaos gathering. Someone from the heavenly spirit realm would never appear here. Emperor Wuji's voice rang out. Fellow Taoists, let us descend. All right, Wang Tian replied, as they flew down into the arena. A bald, muscular man sounded a massive horn. Voices echoed across the altar. The Chaos Festival has officially begun. Ning Tian yawned. It is all just various schools and sects boasting endlessly for over an hour. It is so boring. Sectmaster Nihongi smiled faintly. Grandmaster, please bear with it. We will move on to the next part soon, and you will definitely like it. What comes next? Ning Tian asked. Simply put, she explained, the gathering of treasures means that everyone brings out their most prized possessions to exchange with each other, or simply to attract attention. Oh, Ning Tian's eyes gleamed. That does sound interesting. He smiled faintly. So, should we just take all these treasures at once? The announcer declared, the All Treasures Gather segment is about to begin. Everyone is welcome to bring out their personal treasures for trade. I hope all fellow cultivators can obtain the magical artifacts they desire. A man shouted, fellow Taoists, look here. Immortal-grade underwear, capable of forging an indestructible body. Bob added loudly, this immortal sword can cut through iron like mud. A lady with huge breasts called out, does any alchemist want the 9-turn rejuvenating grass? Ning Tian muttered to himself, wait, can the treasure basin experience card be used to steal all these treasures without anyone noticing? Ning Tian said calmly, art is mysterious and unpredictable. But use the treasure basin experience card. A system notification sounded, treasure basin experience card successfully used. Another system notification followed. The host will transform into a treasure magnet, attracting all objects. Please prepare yourself. Golden light erupted from Ningtian's body. Sectmaster Nihongi was completely shocked. Treasures from all directions suddenly flew toward Ningtian. Ningtian cried out in disbelief. Holy moly, what a huge commotion. Was this not supposed to quietly steal everything and leave everyone absolutely furious afterward? A system notification replied, "We are the people who gather treasures." Another system notification appeared. "We will brazenly steal everything, then infuriate everyone afterward." Ningtian said to the system in frustration, "You should just call this the robbery experience card." Sweat poured down his face as he muttered, "This is a disaster." A man roared, "Who is it? Who lacks all sense of martial ethics and dares to brazenly rob us?" Another cultivator shouted, "This is outrageous!" An old man screamed in despair, "My magical pants!" Sectmaster Nihongi shouted anxiously, "Grandmaster, what are you doing?" Ningtian replied awkwardly, Would you believe me if I said this was to celebrate the Chaos Festival?" Princess Yueling commented calmly, just like the Grandmaster. Yukin said, Emperor Wuji thundered, "How dare someone openly rob others during the Chaos Festival?" The elder sneered, "You truly do not know the difference between life and death." Suddenly, a man yelled, "No! This stone tablet records 3 kinds of Taoist attainment. It cannot be stolen." His friend shouted angrily, "That is outrageous! That is our treasure. Quick, take him down." Ningtian looked around and said coldly, "Treasures? Martial arts? Trash. Even reaching the pinnacle of Taoist arts, sword, fist, and palm techniques, is insufficient. They do not even surpass my profound understanding. This is all? After gathering all the treasures?" An old man trembled with rage and shouted, "What did you say? Shameless boasting." Another cultivator yelled, "Give us back our treasures." Ningtian waved his hands and said, No, this is not what I meant. What I mean is that everyone here has trash." Suddenly, his eyes lit up. "Hey, is that not Brother Shu Shen?" Ningtian waved enthusiastically at Shu Shen. He then shouted loudly, "Brother Shu Shen, you asked me to rob 1,000,000 cultivators and I did it. You promised not a single ticket would be missing." Shu Shen trembled in fear, cold sweat pouring down his face as he lowered his head. Emperor Wuji narrowed his eyes and said slowly, "Shu Shen, was all of this orchestrated by the Tenyu Shen Heavenly Palace?" Shu Shen continued to sweat uncontrollably. He looked up at Emperor Wuji and stammered, I do not." Ningtian cut in smoothly, "Brother Shu Shen, have you forgotten? I even went to your residence beforehand to give you a heads up." Shu Shen cursed inwardly, "That jinx. If we offend him again." He hurriedly said aloud, "Your Majesty, I spoke nonsense while drunk that day. I never expected the Grandmaster to take it seriously." Emperor Wuji said coldly, "Brother Shu Shen, are you claiming that your words while drinking were false?" Shu Shen replied without hesitation, "Absolutely." And inwardly he screamed, "Blast it! The Grandmaster is trying to kill us with his presence. He is using Emperor Wuji to force the Tenyu Shen Heavenly Palace into a dead end." The surrounding crowd was completely stunned. Emperor Wuji fell into deep silence. The elder in the blue robe muttered, "That kid, he has some interesting potential. No wonder the pavilion master told me to pay special attention to him. He truly is interesting." Shu Shen sat trembling in his seat, his tail firmly tucked between his legs. The elder in the blue robe called out calmly, "Shu Shen, what is wrong?" Shu Shen replied quietly, "There is no mistake. That voice belongs to him. But the Heavenly Spirit Domain and the Heavenly Dome Domain, how did he get here from such a great distance?" He sighed inwardly. "Forget it. I will just play dead and stay safe." Emperor Wuji's voice echoed across the arena as he demanded, "Who are you? This is a grand chaos gathering. How dare a nobody like you disrupt it?" Sect Master Nihongi was completely shocked. Emperor Wuji was visibly enraged. With glowing eyes he declared, "This is unacceptable." The elder in the blue robe smirked inwardly. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What a clever trick to shift the blame. No wonder he is the first person the pavilion master has favored in tens of thousands of years. Sectmaster Nihongi murmured, "Good heavens. The Tenyu Shen Heavenly Palace actually suffered such a massive loss without being able to say a word." Ningtian chuckled softly. "Heh, that old fellow knows what is good for him." Suddenly, a figure descended from the sky, riding upon a flying sword. The divine son of myriad swords laughed loudly and declared, "Ha ha ha! As the saying goes, The protagonist always appears last. In such a grand event, I, the divine son of myriad swords, am the true protagonist. So many treasures? Now that I have seen them, they are destined to be mine. An old ugly man gasped, "My heavens! It is that arrogant divine son of myriad swords." His old friend wailed, "Another robber has arrived! Our treasures!" Someone else shouted angrily, "Two notorious thieves!" Sectmaster Nihongi said nervously, "Grandmaster, this person is the divine son of myriad sword. His arrogance and domineering nature are well known throughout the Chaos Emperor domain." Ningtian smirked. Well, look who finally decided to show up. I was just starting to worry that I would be leaving empty-handed today. The divine son of myriad swords sneered, "Boy, get out of my way." He moved rapidly toward Ningtian. Sectmaster Nihongi broke out in a cold sweat. Emperor Wuji watched intently. The elder in the blue robe's eyes widened slightly. Xu Shen, however, smiled in relief. Suddenly, the divine son of myriad swords plunged downward at terrifying speed. The arena shook violently. A massive crater formed as he landed, his hand slamming directly against Ningtian's barrier. Ningtian jumped into the arena. He kicked the divine son of myriad swords in the back. The divine son of myriad swords cried out in pain. "Ugh!" Falling to the ground, he roared, "Who was that bastard who attacked this holy son? I will make sure he suffers a terrible death." Ningtian stepped forward and said coldly, "You arrogant swordsman, you have been arrogant for far too long. Let my Void God Palace teach you a lesson." He pressed his foot down on the divine son of myriad swords' back. A man in the crowd exclaimed, "Has the Void God Palace lost its mind?" A voluptuous lady sneered, as expected of the most arrogant force in the heavenly dome domain. An old man frowned. Are they truly not afraid of the hidden sect behind the holy sun? The elder in blue robes stroked his beard. "Brother Xu Shen, you are truly brave." Then he muttered to himself, "Good. These holy sons should learn their proper place." Xu Shen waved his hands quickly. "Huh? No, it was not me." His face turned pale as he thought, "What the hell? The Grandmaster's actions. Am I, a mere void god, supposed to pay the price for this?" The divine son of the myriad swords shouted furiously, "Void God Palace! You actually dare not take my myriad swords immortal sect seriously? I will make you pay." Ningtian remained silent. In the next instant, he vanished and reappeared behind the divine son. "That is assuming you can even leave here alive." The divine son trembled in shock. Ningtian leapt back lightly. "Who are you? What do you want?" the divine son demanded. I could not even see through his cultivation level, he thought, cold sweat forming on his forehead. Ningtian spoke calmly. "Hand over what you stole from the Misty Sect." The divine son swallowed hard. "The divine essence blood? It is not on me. Come back to the sword sect with me, and I will give it to you." At that moment, Sectmaster Nihongi, Princess Yueling, and Tianshang leapt into the arena. "Grandmaster, please do not," Sectmaster Nihongi called out. "Be careful not to walk into the tiger's den." Ningtian smirked. "How can you be so certain you are not inviting a wolf into your own house?" He pointed at the divine son. A golden lasso instantly formed and tightened around his neck. "Lead the way, you!" The divine son gritted his teeth. Fine, I will take you back." Inwardly, he sneered. "Just wait until we return to the sect. I will make you wish you were dead." Tianshang hesitated. "Sect master, the Grand Master, he..." Yuqin interrupted calmly. "Do not worry. Our Grandmaster will be perfectly fine." Sectmaster Nihongi clenched her fists. "He did all of this for the sake of our Misty Sect. Even if it is the Myriad Swords Immortal Sect, we cannot allow him to be bullied." Xu Shen shook his head. "What a foolish holy son. They have no idea that if they provoke him, only their sword sect will suffer losses." Together, Sect Master Nihongi, Princess Yueling, Tianshang, Yuqin, and Ningtian followed the divine son. Xu Shen followed behind as well. "I must go and see. Otherwise, the Void God Heavenly Palace might suffer another undeserved disaster." A few moments later, Emperor Wuji looked ahead and asked, "Is this the Myriad Swords Immortal Sect?" "Indeed," the divine son replied proudly. "The vastness of the Myriad Swords Immortal Sect far surpasses that of a small sect like the Void God Heavenly Palace," Ningtian said flatly. "That is correct. The Void God Heavenly Palace is trash." The divine son's expression stiffened as he silently glanced at Ningtian. Suddenly, he activated his spiritual energy. A massive magic circle appeared beneath their feet. A thunderous voice echoed through the sky. Who dares to offend the myriad swords immortal sect? Another voice followed, furious and imposing. How dare you treat our holy son in such a manner? Release him immediately. A cultivator stepped forward arrogantly. I am from the Void God Heavenly Palace. If you are dissatisfied, then come and destroy my Void God Heavenly Palace. As he spoke, he casually picked at his ear with his little finger, utterly unconcerned. Emperor Wuji clicked his tongue. Tisk, tisk. At this rate, it seems the Void God Heavenly Palace and the Myriad Swords Immortal Sect are about to go to war. Zhu Shen snorted coldly. He lowered his head and muttered inwardly, Master, please stop making things difficult for me. Suddenly his expression turned fierce as he shouted, Very well. So it is the Void God Heavenly Palace? You truly dare to disregard my Myriad Swords Immortal Sect. You will pay the price. Ningtian gave the golden lasso a sharp tug. They truly are from the same sect, he said lazily. They even speak in the same manner. Ugh! The divine son of the myriad swords groaned as the rope tightened around his neck, his face turning red while he struggled to breathe. Ningtian glanced at him. So, may I have what I came for now? I, the Grandmaster, am not fond of fighting and killing. You see, I am a man devoted to world peace. An elder's eyes widened. What? The divine son cried out desperately. 5 venerable ancestors! This man covets my treasure. Kill him! You must kill him! Ningtian sighed. I truly wish to resolve this peacefully, but you have forced my hand. He pulled the lasso even tighter. One of the ancestors scoffed. Ignorance truly is bliss. They actually dared to set their sights on our Myriad Swords Immortal Sect. Another ancestor stepped forward. Come, let us stretch our muscles a little. Ningtian slowly raised his hand. Hold on. Have any of you ever heard of a palm strike, one that descends from the heavens? Within his mind, he spoke calmly. System, activate the one-handed annihilation card. A mechanical voice responded. One-handed annihilation card. Activation successful. Brilliant golden light erupted into the sky, swirling like a storm. An ancestor's face turned pale. What is happening? Another began to sweat. Could this be divine punishment? The golden energy raged violently across the heavens. The sky and earth are changing color, one ancestor shouted in alarm. The trees are withering, and the spiritual energy is being forcibly drained. What in the world is happening? He stared at Ningtian in disbelief. What exactly did you do? Ningtian kept his hand raised, his expression calm. Oh, it is nothing, the Grandmaster replied lightly. I merely wish to show you what a palm from the heavens truly looks like. He lowered his hand from above. A colossal golden palm tore through the sky, descending with overwhelming divine might toward the ancestors of the divine son of the myriad swords. The old elder said, Activate the mountain protection formation immediately. As a giant hand attack descended upon them, suddenly the mountain protection formation appeared and blocked the attack. The elder shouted, Such powerful pressure, just who is this kid? As the mountain protection formation shattered from the impact, the elder was thrown back by the force, shrieking like a little girl. The giant hand crushed them like ants on the ground. Sectmaster Nihongi shouted, He actually destroyed the Myriad Swords Immortal Sect's stronghold single-handedly. The Grandmaster is truly powerful. Zheng Tian sweated in fear as he said this kid seems even more freakish than before. Emperor Wuji said, Good heavens, such a powerful individual has emerged from the heavenly spirit realm, yet we've never heard a thing about them. Can you use the heavenly secret ruler to calculate his origins? Ancestor Wang Tian said, That's exactly what I was thinking too. Zheng Tian said to himself, Ancestor Wang Tian is the most skilled in divination techniques besides the Pavilion Master of Heavenly Secret Pavilion. It has been fulfilled in the past and the future. Suddenly, the Heavenly Secret Ruler shattered, and Ancestor Wang Tian spat blood in pain. Puff! Emperor Wuji said in shock and confusion. What's wrong? As Ancestor Wang Tian wiped the blood from his mouth, he said, Only by sacrificing the Heavenly Secret Ruler could I glimpse a trace of heavenly secrets. This child is truly without destiny. Emperor Wuji said, What's the meaning? Ancestor Wang Tian said, This destiny is not the same as that destiny. It is a destiny grasped by heaven. When your destiny is grasped by the heavenly Tao, if it wills your demise, you are bound to perish. But his destiny is not controlled by the heavenly Tao, as he looked at Ningtian and sweated in fear. System notifications, you shocked Emperor Wuji. You shocked Ancestor Wang Tian. You shocked and frightened the great Emperor Sushin to tears. You shocked Nihongi. The system suddenly became silent, then continued. You have shocked hundreds of cultivators. Reward received. Divine Strike. After use, you can use Divine Strike. The effect is self-evident. The attack is nullified. That's enough. The divine son of myriad swords looked behind and said, "What did you do?" Ning Tian said, "It was just wiping out one sect." The divine son of myriad swords said, "By destroying the myriad swords immortal sect like this, aren't you afraid of destroying what you want along with it?" Ning Tian said, "No, because I know that your essence and blood are in your body." The divine son of myriad swords said, "What? Then why did you believe me?" As he fell in shock and realization, he then said, "You deliberately plotted against me." Ning Tian said, "You're not entirely stupid. You can figure it out. I robbed you today, so naturally, I'll wipe out your entire family to prevent future troubles. Take it out." The divine son of myriad swords said, "Yes." As he took the item out, Ning Tian said to himself, "As expected, it's divine essence blood. With this, my divine physique will ascend to the next level." The divine son of myriad swords said, "Senior, can you let me go now?" Ning Tian said, "What do you say?" As he looked at the divine essence blood, the divine son of myriad swords said, "You worthless scoundrel, how dare you mock this divine being?" As he was about to attack Ning Tian, suddenly Ning Tian deflected his attack and struck the divine son of myriad swords in the chest. The divine son cried out in pain. "Puff!" The divine son of myriad swords said, "Even if I die, I won't let you off easy." As he took out another item and shattered it, suddenly a portal opened, and a voice boomed, "Who is it?" The phantom of the sword god appeared, and a thunderous voice said, "How dare you harm my son?" A boy said, "My sword is out of control." His friend said, That's the phantom of the sword god." As their swords trembled and moved on their own, the divine son of myriad swords said, "Father, save me." Sect Master Nihongi said, "Oh no, the sword god of myriad swords has appeared. How can the Grandmaster possibly withstand him?" Ning Tian suddenly became serious and said, "Excuse me, this person." He charged with raging aura at the divine son of myriad swords and said, "I must kill." The phantom of the sword god raised his hand and said, "You little kid, how dare you?" A giant sword descended upon Ning Tian as he neared the divine son of myriad swords. Ning Tian struck the divine son with his palm, and the divine son spat blood, crying out, "Ugh!" Ning Tian says, "System, use divine strike." As a giant hand appeared and shattered the phantom of the sword god, the phantom said, "Who exactly are you? Dare to reveal your name." Ning Tian said, "I, the Grandmaster, never change my name or surname. I am Ning Bukshu of the Void God Heavenly Palace." As he smiled at the phantom of the sword god, the phantom of the sword god said, "Void God Palace, you killed my son, destroyed my sect, and I won't let any of those old bastards from the heavenly realm escape. And you, kid, never cross the ancient road to godhood, or you'll die a horrible death." As he slowly vanished, Ning Tian said, "I'll wait and see," and he said to himself, "Damn it, I'm out of energy. Is using a divine realm strike across a higher level still a bit of a stretch?" Ning Tian suddenly fell from exhaustion. Sect Master Nihongi suddenly grabbed him before he fell and shouted, "Grandmaster!" At night, as the moon shone bright, Ning Tian gently opened his eyes and said, "Ugh." He instantly saw Princess Yueling, Yukin, Sect Master Nihongi, and Tianshang surrounding him, smiling and happy. Princess Yueling said, "Grandmaster, you have finally awakened." Ning Tian sat up sweating and holding his head, saying, "How long did I sleep?" Princess Yueling said, "It's been a whole day and night." Confused, Ning Tian said, "So long?" Sect Master Nihongi said, "After you collapsed from exhaustion, Ancestor, the Shushin Emperor kept making a fuss, and Emperor Wuji also challenged you. We have already turned them away." Yukin said, "There was also the old Ancestor Wang Tian who said that the Pavilion, Master of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion, hoped to have a face-to-face meeting with you, Grandmaster." Ning Tian said, "Sect Master, thank you." Sect Master Nihongi said, "Since you're okay, we won't disturb your sleep." Ning Tian said to himself, "The Heavenly Mystery Pavilion is the most well-informed force among the 9 domains. Why would it want to see me?" Then he said, "Never mind, we'll find out when the time comes. Let's get down to business first. With the Divine God's essence blood, my Divine God body should finally achieve initial mastery, right?" Ning Tian suddenly swallowed the Divine God's essence blood as he felt the heat and sweated. His body blazed with fire as he meditated. Ning Tian said, "So hot. What happened?" Ning Tian opened his shirt, showing off his muscular hot body, and said, "Could it be that the divine essence and blood are too potent and I am too weak to absorb it? Damn it, am I going to explode here?" As he dropped to the floor. Suddenly, the Queen Mother of the West said, "Hee, Grandmaster, what's wrong with you?" As she touched Ning Tian gently. Ning Tian suddenly grabbed the soft, delicate hands of the Queen Mother of the West. The Queen Mother of the West said, "Do you want me to help you relax?" As Ning Tian gritted his teeth in pain and sweated, the Queen Mother of the West pushed Ning Tian back onto the bed, and Ning Tian said, "Queen Mother of the West, what brings you here?" The Queen Mother of the West came close to Ning Tian's ear and said, I miss you. Suddenly, Ning Tian turned the Queen Mother of the West onto the bed, and she was shocked a few seconds later. The Queen Mother of the West said, Grandmaster, you're exceptionally strong tonight. Ning Tian said, Thank goodness you came. How's my wife doing? The Queen Mother of the West said, How heartless. She misses you too, but she can't get away for the time being. Ning Tian said, Thank you. Now I can finally refine the divine essence blood much better. A system notification said, The host's physique is beginning to improve and their strength is breaking through accordingly. A system notification said, Currently, I'm at the first star of the God Emperor realm. A system notification said, Starting now, attempting a breakthrough. Suddenly, the system became silent, as Ning Tian's body blazed uncontrollably. The Queen Mother of the West stared at Ning Tian's muscular body and said to herself, It seems that the Grandmaster's actions this time will be quite significant. A system notification said, The host has begun an autonomous breakthrough. A system notification said, Breakthrough in progress.
A system notification said, God Emperor Realm Star 1.
A system notification said, God Emperor Realm Star 2, as Ning Tian burst with powerful energy. As a beam of energy shot out into the sky, a confused man outside said, What is that? What a magnificent display. As lightning struck the whole place, a weak man said in shock, Whoa, what is this? His weaker friend said, Fellow Taoist, whoever you are, undergoing tribulation here, please do not harm the innocent. Tianshang came out and said, Sect Master, what has happened? Sect Master Nihongi said, I don't know either, but only our inn survived, which must be related to the Grandmaster. A system notification said, Congratulations, host, on your improved physical condition. A system notification said, Currently, the divine physique has reached the peak of minor completion. A system notification said, Current power, God Emperor Realm, 3-star. Ning Tian said, Good, I finally achieved the minor completion phase. Ning Tian looked around and said, What happened? Was there an earthquake? The Queen Mother of the West said, Careful. Sect Master Nihongi said, Grandmaster, are you all right? Ning Tian said, I'm fine. Princess Yueling said, Grandmaster, who is this? As she sweated and looked at the Queen Mother of the West, Ning Tian introduced the Queen Mother of the West and said, She is one of my 2 wives. The Queen Mother of the West bowed down and said, Hello. Shocked, Sect Master Nihongi said, The Grandmaster got married. Princess Yueling said, That's right. She is his wife, the Queen Mother of the West, the Holy Lord of Yaoqi in the Heavenly Spirit Realm, the 9 Tribulations Emperor. Shocked, Sect Master Nihongi and Tianxiang said, 9 Tribulations Emperor? As Princess Yueling smiled awkwardly, the Queen Mother of the West said, Ah, the peerless Heavenly Fox Clan. I haven't encountered one of their members in ages. Tianxiang said in shock, How could you know? The Queen Mother of the West said, The moment I saw you, I could feel your presence. Ning Tian said, By the way, my little wife, you're also a fox demon with the alluring physique. Are you perhaps connected in some way? The Queen Mother of the West said, I do indeed possess a portion of the bloodline of the 9-tailed Heavenly Fox from the peerless Heavenly Fox clan. Shocked, Tianxiang said, What? The strongest being in the Fox clan, the 9-tailed Heavenly Fox? The Queen Mother of the West said to Tianxiang, A fox has 9 tails. Let me see how many tails you've cultivated. Tianxiang, shocked, said, Senior, it's not that Tianxiang is unwilling, but this is human territory after all. If I were to hastily reveal my true form, I'm afraid. The Queen Mother of the West said, This is easy, as her power surged around them. I have set up a protective barrier. No one will be able to see us. Tianxiang sweated and said, I thank you, the Queen Mother of the West, as she looked back at her tail and blushed. The Queen Mother of the West, shocked, said, She had 4 tails after only 100 years of cultivation. Good, as the Queen Mother of the West touched her soft tail. Tianxiang in pleasure blushed as she cried and said, Eek. Ning Tian, confused, said, What happened to her? The Queen Mother of the West continued to touch her tail and said, The foxtail of the Heavenly Fox clan should not be touched casually, as it is very sensitive and has some special meaning. Ning Tian suddenly grabbed the tail of the Queen Mother of the West and said, Do you have some special meaning too? As the Queen Mother of the West felt intense pleasure in her back, she said in anger, Ah! And she blushed and sweated as she said, Do you even have the dignity of a grandmaster anymore? As she pinched the arm of Ning Tian. It hurts. It hurts. Tianxiang cleared her throat and said, Ahem, Grandmaster, Queen Mother of the West. Queen Mother of the West said, Cough, cough. Tianxiang said, Senior, aren't you clearly human? How can you possess the strongest Heavenly Fox bloodline among the Fox clan? The Queen Mother of the West sweated and said this. Ning Tian grabbed the Queen Mother of the West close to him and said, regarding what you mentioned before, I agree. Don't want to talk about it, so won't. Tian Shang, in joy, said, really? Ning Tian said, since you and my wife have some history, I have no reason to ignore it. However, we still need to wait for the right opportunity. Tian Shang said, on behalf of the Fox clan, Tian Shang thanks you, Grandmaster. Ning Tian waved and walked away, saying, I'll accept your thanks later. I still have some personal matters to attend to, so I'll be heading off now. A few moments later, in Ning Tian's room, Ning Tian said, my dear wife, your question to Tian Shang just now seemed to have something you couldn't say. As the Queen Mother of the West leaned close to Ning Tian, she said, actually, I have the essence and blood of a nine-tailed heavenly fox in my body because of Yaoqi. Ning Tian said, how do I say this? The Queen Mother of the West said, 100 years ago, the ancient path to godhood opened, and the former Holy Master disregarded the true demons suppressed in the immortal pool and went to seize the qualification to become a god. Although she succeeded, Yaoqi was in grave danger due to the lack of a strong protector. At the tender age of 7, I used forbidden techniques to summon a nine-tailed heavenly fox, forcibly replacing half of my mortal blood. It greatly increased my cultivation level. That's how Yaoqi was saved. That pain is still unforgettable to this day, as tears came out of her eyes. The Queen Mother of the West said, I'm not a peerless genius like Wu Qing. I merely borrowed the power of others. Ning Tian said, don't say that. The blood exchange technique is no less than pulling out tendons and bones, and the blood of humans and demons needs to be constantly fused to avoid mutual repulsion. You are amazing. By the way, was the previous Holy Master your master? The Queen Mother of the West said, no, she is my mother. Ning Tian, shocked and confused, said, that's my mother-in-law? The Queen Mother of the West said, before Yaoqi, the Holy Master and Holy Maiden of Yaoqi Holy Land were mother and daughter. I don't like this kind of relationship, so I abolished this rule. Ning Tian, shocked and confused, sweated and said, so, is the mother-in-law called Western Grandmother? The Queen Mother of the West smirked and sweated as she said, the title Queen Mother of the West is just that, a title used by every Holy Master of Yaoqi. Ning Tian said, so my little wife, what's your real name? The Queen Mother of the West said, Su Yueyao. Ning Tian said, Yueyao, you have protected Yaoqi very well. You've worked so hard all this time. The Queen Mother of the West said, honey, thank you, as she sat on top of Ning Tian. Ning Tian said, silly woman, don't worry, I'll be there for you from now on. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door as it sounded, boom, boom, boom. The Queen Mother of the West was shocked and looked at the door. Ning Tian opened the door as Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion pays homage to the patriarch. A few moments later, at the table, Ning Tian said, the Master of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion visited late at night. What brings you here? Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, naturally, it's because of fellow Taoist Ning's god body. Su Yueyao said, what exactly is your purpose? As Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion smirked, he laughed and said, you two needn't be so tense. I can peer into the heavenly mysteries. Knowing who the heavenly god body will be 10,000 years from now is simply too easy. Don't worry, I mean you no harm. Fellow Taoist Ning, to be honest, you are the 10th heavenly being I have seen in the past million years. Ning Tian said to himself, just as the 3 great emperors said, I am not the only one who possesses the heavenly god body. Su Yueyao said, the 10th in a million years. Ning Tian, confused, pointed at Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion and said, how can you live so long? Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, fellow Taoist Ning, isn't your focus a bit strange? I merely glimpsed some secrets of the heavens and made some deals with some untouchable beings. My life and death are no longer in my own hands, and I have another identity. I am the guide of the gods. As Ning Tian's eyes became wide open, he sweated in shock. Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, fellow Taoist Ning, are you aware that a battle between heavenly god bodies is inevitable? Ning Tian said, what's the meaning? Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, there is more than one possessor of the heavenly body, and each of them is extremely powerful with extraordinary strength. But ultimately, only one person can possess the qualification. Ning Tian said, what qualification? Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, the time is not yet right. Once you reach the realm of the gods, you will understand everything. Ning Tian said, I hate dealing with people who act all mysterious. Queen Mother of the West Su Yueyao said, honey, should we beat him up and force him to tell us? Chen Gezhang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, hey, my 2 fellow Taoists, even if I get beaten up, I can only say that heavenly secrets cannot be revealed. Ning Tian said, So what exactly did you come here for today? Was it just to say there are many people like me, and that we'll end up fighting someday? Chen Geijiang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, "As a guide from the gods, I have come to inform the Patriarch that the semi-divine artifact, the Death Bell, will be born in the Black Soil Death Mountain in 1 month. At that time, not only humans, but also people from the Eternal Demon Realm and the Endless Demon Abyss may come." Ning Tian said, "What is a semi-divine artifact?" Queen Mother of the West Su Yueyao said, "Grand Master, a semi-divine artifact has already surpassed the grade of a celestial artifact and is approaching the level of a divine artifact. Usually, such artifacts contain the laws of heaven and earth." Chen Geijiang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, "That's right, and the heavenly Tao and earth contained in the Death Bell is the Death Tao." Ning Tian said to himself, "It turned out to be the most powerful Death Tao among all the Tao of heaven and earth." Chen Geijiang of Heavenly Mystery Pavilion said, "The message has been delivered, Grandmaster. You can decide for yourself whether or not to go at that time. By the way, from what I've observed, I have high hopes for you, Grandmaster." Blah. A few moments later, Queen Mother of the West Su Yueyao said, "Honey, are we going to Black Soil Death Mountain? What if it's a trap?" Ning Tian said, "My wife once said that the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion has the best information network, so she wouldn't lie to me with false information. I must seize this semi-divine artifact that contains the Tao of heaven and earth." Queen Mother of the West Su Yueyao said, "Okay, I'll make the arrangements." Suddenly, Ning Tian holds her delicate soft hands and said, "Wait, there's still a month left. I'll take care of another matter first." After a stick of incense, Tianshang was shocked and said, "Grandmaster, are you willing to come with me to the demon realm?" Ning Tian said, "You and my little wife have some history, so naturally I'll help you solve your problem. By the way, where exactly is your Heavenly Fox clan located?" Tianxiang said, "The 100 Demon Valley of the Eternal Demon Realm." Ning Tian said, "Black Soil Death Mountain is located at the junction of the 3 domains, not far from the Eternal Demon Domain, so there should be enough time." Tianshang bows down deeply and said, "Thank you, Grandmaster." "We, at the Eternal Demon Realm, 100 Demon Valley." Elder 2 said, "Miss, many demons are ready and may attack us at any time. What should we do?" Tian Mei said, "Since the myriad demons are willing to be the weapons against the Fox clan, then I will destroy them all." Elder 2, "You were never a member of the demon race. Now that a formidable enemy is at hand, why don't you return to the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion?" Elder 2 said, "Miss, the Heavenly Fox clan has been kind to me, and I cannot forget their kindness." Suddenly, a sexy, beautiful disciple runs towards them and said, "Patriarch, something terrible has happened. The 100 demons have already gathered outside." Tian Mei stood up and said, "I command, gather all our people. We, the Heavenly Foxes, shall face death to live." Ew outside. Foxman said, "Brother Tiger Lover, Lord Fox Killer's order has arrived. Capture as many alive as possible and as beautiful as possible." Brother Tiger Lover said, "That day, the beauty was so stunning that I was truly unable to resist her allure." Foxman said, "Hee, how about we brothers have some fun first?" As he shouted, "Tian Mei, get the hell out here. Otherwise, I will raise your 100 Demon Valley to the ground today." Tian Mei and her beautiful disciples came out and she said, "Tiger Demon, hundreds of years ago, I, the enchanting Heavenly Fox, clearly saved you, and it was you 100 demons who begged my clan to stay. Is this an attempt to repay kindness with enmity?" Tiger Demon said, "Bah, why bring up things from the past?" Foxman said, "That's right. You weren't originally from 100 Demon Valley, so what's wrong with taking back our own territory?" Tiger Demon said, "Tian Mei, if you call me good brother, I'll take pity on you and spare a few of your people. How about it?" Tian Mei sweats and said, "Shameless scoundrel," and she gracefully levitates and surges with powerful, beautiful aura, saying, "My people, today you shall follow me into the face of life and death." As her disciples' chests suddenly grow bigger, and they raise their hands in glory. Tiger Demon shouted, "You shameless woman, you'll regret it if you don't listen to reason," as he charges at the beauties. Tian Mei suddenly punches the reality out of Tiger Demon. Tiger Demon shouted, "Ugly Wolf, get up here." Elder 2 said, "Patriarch." Ugly Wolf suddenly appeared and said, "You fox, you'd better just surrender," as Tian Mei was shocked. Suddenly, Ugly Wolf freezes, as Ning Tian kicks him to the ground with incredible power. Tian Mei sweats and looks above. Tiger Demon, shocked and confused, said, "Ugly Wolf." Ning Tian arrived with Queen Mother of the West Su Yueyao and Tianshang as he said, "Master of Tian Mei Pavilion, it's been a long time." Tian Mei said, "Grandmaster, what are you doing here?" The heavenly demon sect actually repelled the combined attack of the Void God Palace and the Righteous Path Alliance? As Ningtian and the Queen Mother of the West, Su Yueao, arrived, Ningtian said, "Let's reminisce later. Things aren't going well for you right now." Brother Tiger Lover said, "Fellow Taoist, you are a human. Why do you meddle in the affairs of my demon race?" He said to himself, "Who is this kid? I can't even see through his aura." He looked at the Queen Mother of the West, Su Yueao, and said to himself, "What a beautiful woman." Brother Tiger Lover pointed at Ningtian and said, "I don't care who you are. Hand over that woman. I, Brother Tiger, might spare your life." Ningtian suddenly became serious and looked at Brother Tiger Lover with his piercing blue eyes. Suddenly, he appeared in front of Brother Tiger Lover and punched the reality out of his gut. Brother Tiger Lover said in pain, "Cough," as he flew and slid on the ground with incredible speed. Ningtian said, "Who gave you permission to look at her?" Brother Tiger Lover sat up and said in pain, Is it a great Emperor-level expert?" Ningtian said, "How dare you make a move on my wife?" As he appeared in front of Brother Tiger Lover. Brother Tiger Lover said, old crane, save me," as Ningtian held the head of Brother Tiger Lover. Suddenly, he made Brother Tiger Lover sleep forever in one grip, and Ningtian said, "Looking for death." The others were shocked and said, "Dead?" An ape man said, "Wolf brother and tiger brother are both dead." A hyena man said, "Who exactly is he?" A system notification said, "You have astonished the powerful warriors of the 100 Demon Valley." Another system notification said, "Demonic reward, 100 demon blood refining skill card. Using the blood of 100 races as a catalyst, bathe in demonic blood to strengthen your body and temper your soul." Note: this card is a one-time use skill card. Ningtian said to himself, "Rewards for the Demon Dao? I almost forgot. I am the founder of the Demon Dao." The powerful warriors of the 100 Demon Valley shouted, "Let's go together. Today we will surely slay these arrogant human ants and these vixens." Ningtian said, You mere birdmen, since you're all courting death, I'll use the blood of 100 demons to strengthen my body and temper my soul." As a Demon Valley elder jumped to attack Ningtian and said, "Not ashamed!" The Queen Mother of the West, Su Yueao, suddenly appeared in front of Ningtian and slashed the elder in half with a swift motion. The Queen Mother of the West, Su Yueao, said, "A mere 6 tribulations, yet they dared to harm my husband. Who gave you the audacity?" The powerful warriors of the 100 Demon Valley knelt before them and said, "Ah! It's the 9 tribulations Emperor." Ningtian said, "Thank you, my little wife. With you around, I feel so much more relaxed," as his aura swirled above him. He said, 100 demons refine blood." Suddenly, the powerful warriors of the 100 Demon Valley were being consumed, and they said in pain, What kind of sorcery is this?" A sexy lady said, "Patriarch, who is he?" Her friend with the huge chest said, "Such a young Emperor-level powerhouse." Another with a better figure said, "So cool." Tian Mei smiled. Ningtian said to himself, "I wonder how much improvement such a large amount of essence and blood can bring me." As he said, "Pavilion Master Tian Mei, now no one can stop us from catching up." Suddenly, Ningtian was confused and looked at all the beautiful and sexy ladies around him. A system notification said, "You've shocked me, Tian Mei." Another system notification said, "You are shocked. The enchanting Heavenly Fox Clan's queens." Another system notification said, "Reward, Bloodline Divine Power. Bloodline Divine Power. Demon race only." Absorbing a demon race bloodline allows for its sublimation, inflicting bloodline pressure upon it. When the bloodline reaches its highest level, one gains bloodline abilities. Tian Mei said, "Grandmaster, how did you come to the demon realm? It saved our clan like timely rain." Tian Shang said, "Patriarch, it was I who brought the ancestor here." Tian Mei said, "Tian Shang, you're finally back." Tian Shang said, "That's right, the Patriarch promised to help our enchanting fox spirit overcome this difficulty." As Tian Mei said to Ningtian, "Thank you, Master." Ningtian said, "I didn't expect you to be together. This can be considered as repaying the favor the Pavilion Master did for me back then." Tian Mei said, "However, the Fox Killer clan is not easy to deal with, otherwise they wouldn't have occupied our clan's territory. As the clan leader, I have no choice but to go to the Heavenly Spirit Realm to find an opportunity to defeat them." Ningtian said, "What do you mean?" Tian Mei said, "To be honest, I received information from the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion that the Heavenly Punishment Path will appear in the Heavenly Spirit Realm." The Queen Mother of the West, Su Yueao, said, You mean the most difficult Tao attainment among the 3,000 great Taos? But isn't this heavenly punishment path supposed to appear only when the ancient path to godhood is about to emerge? Could it be that the location where the ancient path to godhood opens this time is? Tianmei said, I don't know the specifics. It was information revealed by the Heavenly Mystery Pavilion. However, I've been searching in the Heavenly Spirit Realm for several years without any success. The Queen Mother of the West, Su Yueyao, said, there is no fixed location for the opening of the ancient path to godhood. If this were in the Heavenly Spirit Realm, you must give it a try, my husband. If you master the Heavenly Punishment Tao, the path to godhood will be much smoother. Ningtian said, that's right, but let's wait until there's some movement before making a decision. Before that, I had another idea. Lord of the Heavenly Demon Pavilion, if I help you eliminate the Killing Fox clan, would you be willing to give me the 9-tailed Heavenly Fox bloodline left behind by the absolute enchantress Heavenly Fox clan? Tianmei said, Ancestor, it's not that I'm unwilling, it's just that the Heavenly Fox bloodline happens to be located in the territory occupied by the Killing Fox clan. Ning Tian looked behind and said, then we'll pick it up from your doorstep. Thank you all so much for the continued support, my amazing OtakuGo viewers. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I've just created a new channel called OtakuGo Compilations. It's where I'll be uploading longer full-format videos so you can enjoy the content continuously without any interruptions. Please make sure to subscribe to OtakuGo Compilations and keep supporting the community. And as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment below, and share your thoughts. It really helps boost the analytics and keeps both channels growing. Once again, thank you for being part of the OtakuGo family. See you all in the next video.